Hello and welcome everyone to episode 20 of the ReelTok Podcast. Always a pleasure. I'm here alongside Tyler, George, Seth. I am Cam, obviously, but make sure before we start, make sure to subscribe, make sure to rate, make sure to follow us on any social media. We're at like 87 something reviews on Apple. I looked earlier today. So get us to 100.
Yeah,
why not?
Bump those Apple numbers up.
Yeah, but Apple, not a lot of people use Apple. I'm an Apple guy, so I listen to us on Apple.
Yeah, how are you an Apple guy? You've got an Android, haven't you?
Yeah, good one. Classic Seth, everyone. But bump us up on Apple. Spotify's doing great. We appreciate the support. The YouTube's doing great. We appreciate the support. Thank you for letting us get to 20 episodes. It's absolutely insane. First off, as always, fellas, how are you? Seth, I hate you. How have you been?
I hate you. Yeah, pretty good this week. Obviously, I just got back from seeing Babylon, which we'll touch on later. Watched quite a lot of films. Did some good stuff. UFC tomorrow. 2 title fights on one card. Amazing. UFC Rio, which I'm very excited for. So we're recording this obviously on Friday.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. So
yeah, we're recording this on Friday, so it's gonna be a late night for me today and tomorrow, which is always fun. But yeah, pretty standard week, pretty busy. I've watched quite a lot of films. I've been doing pretty well in January, I feel like. Although, actually saying that, I don't think I've watched one 2023 release yet. So I probably need to catch up there, to be honest.
Babylon counts for you.
Yeah, Babylon counts.
It literally
I
is
guess. Okay, sorry. One 2023 letterbox release because it's kind of annoying. But then again, I would still count maybe
Pale Blue Eye you saw.
No, I can't.
Definitely.
Because I could have seen that in December.
Anyone could have, but it's Netflix release on January, so it's the 23rd.
So would you not count Glass Onion as November? You'd count it as December.
It doesn't matter. It's still the same year.
I don't think it matters at that point, but I'd probably say December. I don't know.
I guess so. But yeah, pretty standard.
In 10 years, when I do my best movies of December 2022, Glass Onion will be in there, okay?
Yeah, but I just mean I could have watched it, but I didn't. So I feel like that's a miss on my part.
I guess.
2022. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think we're thinking too into the dates of these releases.
It just annoys me, Letterboxd. I just want some 2023 ones.
Seth, at the end of the day, the Pale Blue Eye is not going to be in your top 20 of the year, so you won't got to worry about your 2023 ranking.
It might be if he doesn't see any 2023 movies.
It's not looking good so far. I thought at the start of the year, I wanted to get like Tyler numbers this year, but he's probably watched like 40 already. So
I'm like 7.
Where are you finding these 7?
They're still listed as 2022 though.
Every movie I've seen. Yeah, every movie I've seen says 2022.
Oh, right, that makes sense then, because I haven't seen any.
It's so early in the year that at one point or another it got an early release like last week.
Best film festival.
Therefore, it's like 2022 allegedly. But
January is always pretty bad anyway, isn't it? You don't really get much released in January.
Yeah, who cares? Tyler, how you been? Going on a vacation here soon?
Yeah, it's been I'm on PTO all next week, so this week's been so hectic, just like with work, getting all that buttoned up, trying to just get the house clean before we leave, and trying to get some TikToks filmed and put in the draft so I can still post, because I don't really want to be just filming while I'm out there. I want to just enjoy it. So been real hectic trying to prepare, but yeah, so we're filming this on Friday, which I guess all of us sounds like had some conflicts this weekend, so it worked out that we're able to hit it up. So flying out tonight to Orlando for Universal Studios Orlando. Should be fun. I've never been before. Been to Disney World in Orlando, but never Universal Studios. So that should be fun. And then after that, I'll be coming home, and basically I'm doing Sundance Film Festival virtually this year, but I have like 20 tickets, I think, and I have like 4 days to watch them. So I'm literally like taking those days off of work and just like I'm working those days, but working movie talk stuff. Like I'm just gonna be.
So is it like a live thing?
No, so
I don't really know.
So for virtual, you basically just get access from January 24th through the 29th to watch them whenever if you have tickets for them.
So it's not particular timings then, stuff
right?
like that.
But the kicker is like you only get one viewing, and once you click play, like there's no pausing, so it's like a true screening. So Cam
would be fucked then differently, wouldn't
he? He'd have to buy 20 different tickets to one movie. Yeah,
Can you watch it on your phone?
Yeah,
So that's
they
the
do.
only
You
way I
actually can. There is a Sundance app, but yeah, it's kind of sucks. You can't like pause or anything. But I like it that way. But that means I'm really gonna have to like buckle down and be like, this is legit my next few days as I'm watching these. So, Universal Sundance gonna be a fun week full of movie magic. Shout out Nicole.
I respect you for doing Sundance because I will never in my life go to a film festival or watch a film festival.
Really, George and I were
Why?
talking before you joined that we were super.
I'd love
wanting
to do it. I'm definitely gonna do one soon.
Bunch of people that give 13-minute standing ovations for Blonde. Get out of my face. I hate everyone there.
Bro, and like
I'm
George
out.
and I were talking before the pod too. I have like 20 films listed for Sundance, but those are pretty rookie numbers compared to what we're seeing on film Twitter. People just like
I'd love it.
I am anti-film Twitter. I am anti-film talk.
we know.
Yeah, I'm anti
You're
everyone.
miserable. That's what
I
you
know.
are.
There's a bad mood today.
Yeah. George, how are you?
I've been fine. I've been locked up in my apartment the last couple of days, just ill. So I've been working from home, just feeling like shit. But I woke up today feeling much better. Feel like I got punched in the face by like The Rock at one point. My head was just absolutely spinning. Wednesday, I got to work on Wednesday. I usually get to work between like 7:15 and 7:30. Not even 9:30. I look over to my boss. She sits 2 desks away. I was like, I have to go home. And she was like, I've been waiting for you to say this. You've been looking miserable all day. So I've been working from home all week, just kind of recovering, watching a lot of movies, but not things off my watch list. I tweeted yesterday that like whenever I'm not in like the headspace to like watch a movie, I don't want to pay attention to something off my watch list. So I've just been rewatching Infinity War and Mask of the Phantasm and John Carpenter's The Thing. So pretty boring week, just working from home, and that's about it. Nothing too exciting from my end.
Good. Yeah. And then not a whole lot going on with me. Pretty shitty week, if I'm going to be honest. Bad mental health week, bad week in general. Get help if you need it. That sort of thing. Hope everyone else is doing well. So I haven't really been watching anything. I guess we can, kind of, George, you kind of touched on what you'd been watching. Tyler, anything to add?
So I watched both Searching and Missing, and we'll talk about Missing later, obviously, but that was my first time watching Searching. Really bought into the whole stylistic experimental design of that, with the whole just thing being screen recorded of a laptop screen.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. Watched A Man Called Uwe since I saw A Man Called Otto. It's definitely better. I think there is some things the American remake does a little better, like the relationship between Otto, I guess, and his neighbor, I think was a little better in the Tom Hanks version. But for the most part, A Man Called Uwe, like that made me ugly cry. Like I was wrecked after watching that. Very sad movie, but very solid though. So if you want to get into some Swedish film, it's from 2015. Solid. It's on Prime Video, so it's not like inaccessible. Continuing to watch more Stanley Kubrick movies. So I watched Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Start Loving the Bomb, or something, whatever that long ass title is. Quite enjoyed it. Quite funny, honestly, especially the end of it. I thought was it took me like 30 minutes to get into it, to be honest, but once I bought into it, quite a solid comedic satire. Very different, I feel like, than a lot of Kubrick's, like every Kubrick film other than that. I feel like it stands out as a very different movie. Then last night, my girlfriend and I watched Inside the Mind of a Cat, which is a Netflix documentary about cats. And then after that, we watched Searching for Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest. So
that made me. I used to watch when I was like 15. I used to watch all the conspiracy theory documentary. I used to love that shit.
Dude, I was the second.
It made me laugh when you reviewed that.
I was the second review on Letterboxd ever for that movie.
How many logs did it have? Like 12 or something.
Well, there was only 2. I didn't see the logs, but there was just 2 reviews. Me and another guy both gave it 1 star. The only reason I give it 1 star is just because there was moments in there where I thought, like, is this a documentary or is this about to become like satirical, like Trailer Park Boys? It did not end up being that. But there's like several moments where they're like, yeah, we got to get our AK-47s. I'm hearing some up there. I'm like, is this real right now?
Tyler, I want you to guess how many people have logged it on Letterboxd.
7.
4.
3.
Legendary. I'm an exclusive company then.
How did you even stumble across this documentary?
How are you? That's crazy.
So we watched the Netflix cat documentary, and then after that, like, so on Roku, they have like ads on the side, and there was some Cupcake Boys TV show, which is like former NFL players who opened up a cupcake shop in Austin. So I went to go heat up some dinner and she turned that on and she like just wasn't feeling it. So it was like on the Roku app, which is a very new app in terms of like Weird. The Al Yankovic movie was like Roku original. But in terms of Roku originals, they're very new and don't have much. So that was one of the ones on there. And I think she just saw the thumbnamb and was like, click play. So I walked in. I'm like, what the hell is this? So it was a trip.
It's incredible.
Hey,
That's amazing.
listen, you could have watched something you gave it a half a star, so could have been worse.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun to watch people be super passionate about stuff that I just could not care less about. I just think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I just could never imagine being like that, but it's fun to see you guys just loving this.
I think we should do a ReelTok expedition to find Bigfoot.
I'll be up for that.
We'd find Seth monkeying around, climbing trees and stuff. I'm sure
I'd
of
be
it.
up for that.
I'm sure of that. Seth, what you been watching, man?
Yeah, I watched a few things. I watched Tar. We don't really need to cover Tar too much, but exactly as you guys said, like when I did my review, people were literally commented like, so everyone in ReelTok was right. Yeah, fucking just blew me away. Just loved it, every single part of it. Amazing.
Did you like it more than Black Swan?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. So I was wrong.
It would be like if we were talking about 2022 releases, it'd be second. So just ahead of After Sun, just behind Banshees for me. After maybe like level with After Sun, that's that kind of region, but that was amazing. Kate Blanchett, just so good. So she'd be my number one, I think, now.
Right.
Over Michelle Yeoh. I watched Grave of the Fireflies finally, which I've been putting off for like fucking years. It feels like made me cry. Obviously, who has watched that and not cried? I can't imagine many people. I watched Antichrist, which was my first Lars von Trier film, which got a lot of backlash on Letterboxd. This man has a very cult following. George, I don't know if you've seen his films yet. I'm asking George because George was the only one who would have seen his films.
You gave that a half a star or a 1 star?
No, one and a half. 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. Okay.
It's just too much for me. It's like I'm watching a girl cut off something I don't want to see a girl cut off with scissors, and I'm like, okay.
Why?
Oh, okay.
And then I'm also
Why are you
seeing
watching this?
no, this isn't like a underground film. Lars von Trier is like a huge director. People call him like one of the best directors of the generation, which is fine. I can't judge, but just too far. I'm watching Willem Dafoe, her playing with Willem Dafoe when he's asleep. Blood comes out because she's just hit him on his dick with a wooden block, and it's like, seriously, like, what the fuck is this?
Seth, you know what's funny about
And
horror?
you loved
it. I was gonna say,
No, I didn't like it at all.
I think horror is so funny because, like, you and I, what do you rate Martyrs?
3.5.
Okay, so you and I rate Martyrs above average, which is just the most disgusting movie I think I've ever seen. But then we'll go and watch like other disgusting movies, and for some reason it just won't resonate with us the way something like a Martyrs will.
I think Martyrs, like, I mean, I know Antichrist had something there, but it was just, I think Martyrs really, there was substance. There was a lot of substance, whereas Antichrist, I just found it kind of gratuitous violence, where it was just like, okay, what are you actually trying to do with this right now? Like, come on. But Martyrs, it's fucked, but it's like on a level where it's like I kind of understand why it's so fucked at the same time.
Is it like Terrifier, where there's not really like a story to latch onto, but they're just trying to throw as much. They're just trying to see how much disgusting shit they can get away with.
Definitely not. Like there is stuff there, but it just doesn't resonate with me. Like, he is clearly a good filmmaker, and I know a lot of people hold him, really highly. Willem Dafoe's in it, who's like really good. I can't remember the name of the woman, but it's weird. It was just wasn't for me. I watched Shaun of the Dead. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. Pretty great. It's I'm rewatching that like George is watching fucking Batman at the moment. It's ridiculous. And then last night,
I did not. Sorry to cut you off. I didn't watch Batman today, but I did watch an hour documentary on the making of the Batman today.
Of course. Got it.
And then last night I watched, in preparation for like Knock at the Cabin, I watched an M. Night. I watched Unbreakable, which I haven't seen in years, and I actually really enjoyed it. I give it a 4. Yeah, 4. I think Unbreakable is like really good. Like kind of the anti-superhero vibe. I really enjoyed it, but I know M. Night's, he's not for everyone, clearly.
He's not for me, but that is one of his. I think I give that a 3.5. I do think it's a very solid movie. I think his best is Split.
Yeah, do you guys like
no,
Split?
I think his best is Sixth Sense, 100%.
Yeah.
Really?
Three and a half. 3.5.
I need to. I think Sixth Sense. Maybe I need to rewatch that.
I haven't seen Sixth Sense in a very long time.
I haven't, to be fair. And then I
And
also
I still need to watch The Village before Knock at the Cabin.
have you not seen The Village yet?
No.
I think you'd like The Village. I think The Village is definitely one of his best. I think that's like a 3.5 or a 4 for me. And then I watched Coco, which was on some sort of collection. Is no longer.
Yeah. Which
I will say.
4 out of 5.
I will say.
So tired of Seth.
I do think
More and more, every day I get more and more.
No,
tired
but
of Seth.
I do think when it comes to like animation, I never love new animation. The animations I love are ones that I grew up with. It seems like for me. And I don't know
Connect
why.
with your damn inner child, Seth.
Yeah, but in fact, no, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. So that's one.
Goated.
But I give it a 4. It did make its way into my top 10 Pixar though, which is quite nice. So higher than Inside Out, anyway. Which I believe 2 of you agree with me on. Tyler
We
and Cam?
agree, but they're both 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I
all of
agree.
us
That's the
that
correct
it's 5
statement
out of
here.
5.
Cam, I agree.
That
It's a
is,
4
yeah.
It's a 4 out of 5. I agree.
didn't
It was
say
very good.
I
It
didn't
was
say
very
that.
good.
All right.
It was very good. I understand why you rate it so highly. It was good. It
I'm
was
not
good.
getting angry today. Apparently, I don't have the Sixth Sense rated. I watched it like, I don't know, probably like 3 months ago. So I'm going to throw a random score at it right now.
What do you think? What do you
Like-
think you rate it?
We'll just go like a 70. Well, I think I've split it at 78, and I think I like split a little bit more. So I'm going to go 77.
That is
I
hard.
find it so hard to rate things like The Sixth Sense or these iconic twist movies where you know what it is usually culturally before you even watch it for the first time. Because
I didn't
Well,
know,
I
the,
watched
I didn't
that,
know
like,
the twist
so-
of the Sixth Sense, but
Re-
that's
How did you
Really?
not hear this twisting? Because I
Okay,
watched
well
it
then never mind.
randomly,
I'll
like, watched
put a
it
foot in my
young.
mouth. I feel like
yeah.
I
I honestly didn't before it, and then I watched it. and I
That
was like,
surprises
"Yeah,
me a
it's fine."
lot. That surprises me a lot because that's like one of the most well-known twists ever. Really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
think that's just like right under Luke, I Am Your Father is like biggest twist of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I try to.
No,
I don't
good for
even-
you. Good for you.
I take that back.
So I'm
'cause
su-
I
I'm
don't even
surprised
try
you
to
didn't-
avoid spoilers. I
I'm
never
surprised you
like
didn't
see
rate it
people
higher
talking
then.
about.
Did it surprise you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I liked it. Not a
Interesting.
ton, but I liked
I
it.
thought you'd rate it higher. To be honest, I thought you'd like, quite like it. Well, like it more than you did anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I don't love it, but that's about as high as I get for M Night. It seems is Split and The Sixth Sense.
So what do you have split then?
78.
That's about where I'd have it, I think.
I have 4.
Technically a 4, George.
Yeah,
Doesn't
4 out of
matter.
5.
Okay. Well, moving on. Me, like I said, not really watching much. What are we reviewing today? I watched Skinamarink today, and then I saw The Pale Blue Eye, which took a twist. It really did. It's a movie
that twist has been so hit or miss for people. It's been unbelievable.
It's one no one can see it coming unless I'm stupid. Just because it's like such a out there
It's
twist
such a
that's
twist.
like there's no way you can just be like, oh, this, like you can't be 20 minutes in and be like, this is what's gonna happen. Like there's just no way.
It worked for me because I'll be honest, before that I was incredibly bored and I was like, I don't really like this movie at all. So I was teetering like a 2.5.
What
And
did you
then
end
the
up?
twist, I ended up at like a 3. It's a 60 out of 100, like right on the number 60.
So that the ending like elevated it for you quite a lot then.
Yeah, it
Interesting.
gave me something I didn't see coming. Like it really, really did. And then I went home and prayed. Went to mass. That didn't like that. That was fucked. Moving along, I switched up the order a little bit on y'all last minute, but just talk Last of Us. Tyler, did you watch The Last of Us?
I did not, so it's just gonna be you and giving your thoughts.
Oh well, I guess you guys saw it already, George and Seth. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm not a player of the game. The big thing I want to mention is just I told you guys this already. I love in zombie media when they don't know what zombies are, and they're all like, "What's going on?" It's a fucking zombie. All right, get out. Like it's just very classic zombie media. Or zombie movies, they never know what zombies are in that universe. So they've just they're losing their mind for 20 years. I also have a new theory that I think we'd be the world would be fine in a zombie apocalypse. I think we've got too much technology. We have 90% of Americans are probably just ready to mow things down. They just like are ready to shoot anything that moves.
We'd be fucked here. We have
you guys might be fucked, but like I don't know. I feel like at 2003, if it broke out then, yeah, we'd probably be in the position that the fellas of The Last of Us are in now. But like 2023 or 2020, yeah, Jesus, math is years are hard apparently. I think we'd be fine. You know, we've got technology. Like we got, you can, I don't know, heat vision or like whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be all right.
And we know what's up. Don't they not have a heat signature?
And well, perfect. You see something move that's cold. Zombies. they have heat at some point. It's either cold or body temp.
If there's ever a zombie outbreak, I'm coming to your house, Cam.
Yeah,
it sounds like Cam knows something.
I got heat.
Yeah, it seems like Cam knows something that we do.
Well,
not
I'm just
know.
saying, man. Like again, we know like what zombies are. So as soon as you see someone start eating a person, shoot, dead on spot.
No,
run.
we're gonna have a zombie outbreak, and then Cam's gonna be like, "I've seen zombie movies. They don't run. They just walk slow." So then you're just like casual, and they just start running at you, and you're like, "This isn't like the movies, damn it!"
Yeah,
the World War Z zombies,
those things are fucked.
Yeah.
That's so like one of those things that it's not even fun. But like The Walking Dead, you take a step and you've got 20 more years ahead of you. Like you're fine. That's all I have on The Last of Us. Incredible, great pilot episode. An hour and 30 minutes is long, but it's a great pilot episode. And now moving on, like we said, Seth mentioned it a little bit. We are recording this on a Friday. It's a weird week, so if some crazy news or bit of media.
What's the biggest news we've ever had?
Yeah, like tomorrow, it's going to be like the Fantastic Four cast is released.
Oh yeah, because that's the biggest news we've had on the podcast.
That would be huge news.
It would probably be quite big, Seth. Yes,
I would ask you guys to jump on for a real quick if that dropped tomorrow.
Really?
This
this isn't me. Like, I didn't realize people were that like.
No, people would be hyped about that. Like if it randomly dropped, I guarantee we get like a tease, and then like we know like 2 weeks out, like hey, it's gonna drop at this event, and then that kind of kills the news. But if tomorrow it's just random, hey, these are your four, yeah, that'd be big news. I don't know what other like movie news would be bigger. Maybe unfortunate news would be like someone dies. I hope that doesn't happen, but
jinx.
Yeah, knock on wood. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen.
Well, there's that one actor that's missing in the mountains of California right now.
What?
Stand by to find his name. Keep talking.
Okay, I do not know about that. We're gonna move on.
Really hope he doesn't end up dead now.
Yeah, before we get
Julian Sands. Julian Sands.
What's he in?
I have no idea who that is.
I'm looking up. God damn it!
It's a weird conversation.
Well, I don't know. You were saying if an actor dies, and I remember.
I think I know this guy. He's in something.
He has
I hope
he's all right. Face.
I hope he's all right. I'm trying to think what I know.
Hope they find him. None of these movies.
We're not going into this rabbit hole. We are moving on to.
Let's go.
New segment. Ding the bell. Someone give me a beat.
Hey, also,
that
score was so good.
Yes, Babylon score was so good.
So good.
Yeah, so that is my new jingle. It's trailer time, bitches. So brand new clip just came out like 3 hours ago. Invincible season 2. It's not really a trailer, unfortunately. It's just a clip. I assume George and I are the only one that's watched Invincible.
Was that the show you were telling me about last time?
Not even like superhero bias. It is superhero. It's just genuinely
kind of like The Boys sort of thing.
Yes, it's kind of like The Boys, but it's animated, but it's not like child animated, Seth. So maybe you might like it, but I really do think Tyler would like it, and then Seth probably would like it as well. God, that I said it earlier.
I like child animation. Leave me alone.
Okay, you may not love it. You don't love it. That's more.
I might try it. It does look quite good.
It really is good. And then maybe you can talk about it on the pod. And it's what, 8 episodes?
How long are the episodes?
45. Yeah, like most shows now.
Yeah.
Really, just can't get it. I think that's would be up there with one of my favorite like single seasons of television. It's incredible. Moving along, Scream 6 to Scream to maybe that would work better. Did anyone watch this trailer? I couldn't give a less of a
It was on in theaters before. Like, maybe I'm conflating the two trailers because it was a new trailer, right? But I feel like it was, I don't know. Maybe I'm just forgetting what the original trailer was. But this trailer seemed like the same. Like they were on the train.
An original trailer.
Yeah.
There was a tease. There was a tease.
Yeah,
right.
The one on the train was a tease, and there was another full trailer that came after.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But am I the only one here that like actually enjoyed Scream 5? Like I didn't think.
No, I did. I think I have it like.
What did you rate it? Because
I gave it a 3.5. Like I
have you
thought
seen
for
all
what
of
it
it?
was. Yeah.
I've only seen the first one.
63 out of 100. Fun fact.
I've never caught up. I've only seen the first one.
I've never seen the first one. I just watched that one.
Have you seen the like?
It was
second,
new.
thirds?
No, I've never seen any of them, but it was a new movie last year, so I was like, I'll watch it.
I think Scream 5 is the second best, which is not saying much because
Scream 1 being the best, yeah.
Yeah, Scream 1 being the best, and 2, 3, and 4 being.
It's kind of like Halloween's reboot. Halloween was actually good.
Yeah, 2018 Halloween was good.
So could I
It's like that.
Scream and then just go straight to Scream 5?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I watched, but I saw I've seen the original Halloween, but I'm still going to claim it's the second best. I think most people kind of agree that the reboot is the second best, or no? Am I wrong?
Wait, sorry, 2018?
Yeah, like 2018 Halloween.
I would probably have it second best. Yeah, second or third.
It's pretty good, honestly. Like,
Season of the Witch has a weird cult following.
It does. Really.
That being said, I don't think I don't know about Scream 6. It could take a Halloween ends or Halloween Kills turn. Didn't Scream have like a gun in it? Does Scream have guns?
I did see that. Like I didn't see the full image, but I feel like I saw the butt of it. Like I was like, is he strapped with an AR?
Maybe that was a fake.
Weird. That's got to be. That's weird.
I saw people.
If Ghostface pulls out a gun, I'll lose my shit.
I saw people breaking down the Scream trailer, and I was like, I did not know people care about this that much, but they do.
It's got a huge.
It's got a following.
It's like Halloween, isn't it? Like huge franchise, been around.
Yeah, but no. Halloween just only brought back Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't Scream bring back like everyone? I don't.
Yeah,
like
they brought back a lot.
So they have a lot of people they're bringing back, and I saw like Freddie. What's his name? Not Freddie Prinze Jr. That's who's Shaggy. Who's Shaggy?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They said I saw it had like a tease for his character. Whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I was deep into the Scream like breakdowns. Moving on to
Matthew Lillard. That's his name.
Matthew Lillard. Yeah, cast in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Next big trailer, probably the biggest of the week, I would say, considering Invincible wasn't like that big of a trailer. The Mandalorian season 3. Fuck yeah, just injected into my veins. I love this shit. You guys know how I feel about the Mandalorian. George, you had your classic.
No reaction.
Yeah, did not even react to Babu Frick or Salacious Crumb. Absolute bullshit.
People keep commenting like, "Bro hated that trailer." It's like, nah. I just like I truly think the only trailer that's ever gotten like an audible reaction out of me was the first Endgame trailer.
Did you?
That was the first.
Infinity War got me.
I was gonna say that was
this was well before TikTok, but that's the only trailer I like truly remember like genuinely getting a reaction out of me. Like the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer made me smile just because of how much I love Thor. Mm-hmm. If you watch the Mandalorian trailer, I do smile a little bit. Same with the Invincible trailer today. But like
the corner of the mouth kind of thing.
It's a thing with trailers where it's like the only thing that would make me like truly lose my shit would have been like the No Way Home trailer if they showed Toby and Andrew in the trailer, but they're also not going to do that. But then at the same time, if they had shown Toby and Andrew in the trailer, I would have been furious.
You never know. It is Marvel, so you never know what.
Time out. It's Sony marketing. All right, we always go back to that goddamn trailer. Marvel has no control on that trailer. So,
but anyways, if they had shown like Toby and Andrew in that trailer, that would not have gotten a good reaction out of me. That would have gotten so like there's very few things a trailer can do that will genuinely like make me audible. But I love the Mandalorian trailer. I've said this time and time again. I think seasons 1 and 2 are incredibly solid seasons of Star Wars television. I think season 3 looks like they're going to be venturing into like parts of the galaxy that maybe they haven't explored yet. I love that TikTok and Twitter is like, how the fuck is Grogu and Mando like back together all of a sudden?
Didn't watch Book of Boba.
Yeah, like just watch Boba Fett. It's not like that difficult.
Watch 2 episodes. You don't even have to watch the whole
Literally,
thing.
just watch episodes. What is it, like 6 and 7, and you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it, especially coming off Andor, which obviously I think might be like the best season of Star Wars television we've ever had, besides like the Clone Wars season 7.
Mando.
Cam's shaking his head no. Which one?
Mando.
I mean, they're close, but I take Andor over both Mando seasons.
That's fine.
They're very close. Don't get
That's
mad.
fine. No, that's fine. I like Andor a lot. Yeah, the Mandalorian, they're going back. You know, we're probably going to get another Order 66. Dave Filoni's favorite fucking thing is Order 66. You can't get enough of it.
How many times have we seen it? We've seen it in Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, The Bad Batch. We've seen it so many times.
We saw it in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like, yeah, we see, dude. He loves it. He can't get enough. Everything
we get it. We get it.
I've seen the damn Order. I know what they did. I understand. But yeah, looks incredible. Going to Mandalore, awesome stuff. Big nerd in me could come out, but I'll just move on, and we don't have to dive too deep into the lore.
And shout out Pedro Pascal for having a ridiculous year.
Great year.
Just shout out.
Just great year for Daddy. And
yeah,
he knows it. Moving on. This one I just threw in. I don't know if anyone actually watched this trailer. It's horrific. Gotham Knights.
Oh my god!
I've only seen screen snippets of it. People roasting it.
It's bad. So I'm a first 2 seasons of Arrow, and I would say probably first 2 seasons of Flash Defender. I'm a big fan of those like first 2 seasons. After that, it kind of drops off in terms of CW shows. This one looks like they're just skipping ahead to the.
Did you see the Robin suit?
Yeah, man, and the Batman suit it's just him in a cowl and then a suit, and he's dead. He's dead.
George, you should have reacted to that. That would have done numbers. You would have just been laughing.
Bro, I saw that like way after it, everything dropped, and the first thing I saw was that still of Batman lying on the floor, and I immediately thought, I was like, who's like fan making this and deciding this is good? Like which TikToker is making a short Batman film thinking this is a good idea?
Yeah.
Do you know that obviously you guys know that the Gotham Knights game came out fairly recently? Did you know?
Yeah,
that?
and it got
like
in it.
Bad reviews.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
I don't know really anything about the Gotham Knights, but do people care about it? That's my question, George.
They did the game because it's still in Gotham, in the universe, don't they? So I'm assuming they'll still have like a following because it's in that universe. But
you gotta assume. Oh, so it's like, is it a part of like the Arkham games, or what do you mean?
I don't know if it's. I
mean.
think it's the same developers. I might be wrong. I believe it's the same developers. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I'm pretty sure it's the same developers, and they were really good games as well. So
is that game also following? Did you play that, Seth?
The Arkham Knights, the Arkham games.
No, the Gotham Knights.
No, I didn't play it.
Yeah, it just got shit on. I wonder. I don't know. Is like the Gotham Knights like the story? Just what if Batman died? Like, is that what the story is? Is that what the games were about? Or the game was about? Yeah,
that's the game. Just really bad.
It opens up with like an interrogation scene that's like, your Joker's daughter. Is that why you killed Batman? And it's like, thank you for the explainer that this is now I understand.
You've introed it with the worst line of dialogue.
Just so great, man. It's awesome. It's an all-time bag fumble, and I'm sure it will be canceled after one season.
What's it on? Sorry, what's it on?
The CW. I don't know what you guys have over there. Do you know, like, do you happen to know? Definitely not, but like maybe have you ever seen The Flash? It's a TV show.
No.
Well, I didn't know if you'd like. I didn't know if you'd like seen commercials. It's on that channel.
Oh right, okay. There must be something here.
Yeah, I think there's gotta be. I don't know what the channel is over there. Moving on. This is just for George. I think Attack on Titans, the final season, part 3. So they just can't Can't stop with the final season. We're gonna make 3 of these and keep calling it the final
fully
season.
expecting them to announce
Do a part 4. Yeah,
after like maybe the penultimate episode of season 4, part 3. That's kind of what they did with season 4, part 2. They just kind of dropped They just dropped like part 3 on us.
Of course.
Is this the show that you have like Crazy High, the
I
animated?
think a lot of.
No, I'm not saying a lot.
really,
I'm not saying just
really
George. I
great.
mean, like it's very highly rated.
Yeah, this is like, and I don't watch a lot of anime television, but this is like the consensus top 5 greatest show of all time. It's in my top 10 just TV shows in general of all time, and I'm telling you, if they stick the landing here, I might put it at number 2, right behind, or number 3, right behind Breaking Bad and Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's that fucking good.
Oh, when you said Avatar: The Last Airbender, I thought M. Night then for some reason. Sorry.
God, fuck no. But yeah, it is that good. It's one of those shows where you can clearly tell the creators of this show have read the manga. They care for these characters. They care for the story, and they care about like translating it as best as possible onto a television screen. Every character so goddamn good, fleshed out, just brilliant character arcs all around. It's one of the most entertaining pieces of television I've ever seen, and I truly cannot wait for part 3. And
It's
for everyone listening,
very highly
it is
rated.
so highly rated.
Is
I know when.
So it didn't.
Yeah,
it didn't drop off when they decided we're gonna make a part 2, a part 3,
part
and a
4.
part like it didn't drop off. Good for that, man.
I shit you not, every single episode has a beat drop, like an oh shit moment. Every single episode has a moment where it's like, holy fuck, and it's just unbelievable.
Can I just ask then? You know, this is completely like not really related, but you know, The Last Airbender. Obviously, I've not seen either. Why is the film? Is it just a really bad adaptation?
They do the whole show in one way, right? No, it's just the fire. They only do rock or stone.
Yeah, they only do book 1, which is book 1 water, and basically, it's a 25 episode season of television, and they tried to condense that into less than 2 hours of a movie. They took out so many.
That.
I don't think you can do that.
You don't think they could ever make a good?
Not with that long of a season.
There's too much lore. There's too much depth in this one season of television that I truly think it's impossible to dumb it down to anything under a 2-hour movie. And that's what M. Night Shyamalan failed to do. He tried his best. Respect, whatever, but fuck you. He took the best parts of the show.
Yeah, did really bad at his best.
It's got a 1.1. I didn't realize it was that bad. Jesus.
It is miserable. But I also know a lot of people, and honestly, Seth, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on the movie, not having seen the television show.
I think I have seen a couple of episodes, but I don't know anything about the story or anything. So maybe
I just have such a close attachment to this TV show. I have a tattoo about The Last Airbender. I have such a close attachment to this TV show. It meant so much to me growing up that I just like seeing what M. Night did to it just had left such a bad taste in my mouth. I would love for you, Seth, Tyler, I don't know if you've seen the show, but I would love for you guys to watch the movie not having seen the show.
Oh, it's got a young Dev Patel in.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
And it's got the girl from Transformers, The Last Night.
It is on Netflix.
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
I might treat myself to it before the next podcast and just see if it's like.
I've only seen Avatar: The Last Airbender season 1 and 2, but that was like years ago.
Yeah.
Speaking of Avatar, isn't there?
I rewatched it when it got on Netflix.
Isn't there?
There's like a whole
extended universe coming?
The show.
Okay. Yeah, the show.
I saw your video, George, on the fucking timeline.
Yeah, I've always been like, and not to bring it back to my TikTok, sorry, we'll breeze past this. I've always been hesitant to post Avatar: The Last Airbender content because I used to and it never did well. But I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to post this. Did pretty well. It was just the entire timeline. It's funny that they release something like this because I think this entire timeline of Avatar: The Last Airbender stuff that they have planned is going to fall on the success of the first live action TV show they drop, because I truly think if that fails, they're going to cancel everything. But there's a lot, hopefully, to look forward to, because they do have book 1, 2, and 3 coming to live action. They also have a movie about the Earthbenders. They have a Zuko movie They have
Damn,
an
they got
adult.
everything. I didn't
They
see
got
your. I
everything.
didn't see your video. That's hype.
That's fine.
Who's making it?
Yeah.
Is it like HBO or is it?
I think it's Netflix, right?
Netflix.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because Avatar's on Netflix now. Or is it still?
And the only thing
Rewatched
that
it.
worries me, and I'm sure the Last Airbender fans out there, if you guys are listening, this is the one thing that worries me. So the original creators of the animated television show actually left Netflix. They left the project because they didn't like the direction everything was heading in. So that scares the fuck out of me. Obviously, I'm going in with, not low expectations, but I'm not expecting fantastic.
Yeah, that's
television.
tough to lose the original creators. If you have them, if they don't want to come back just because, like, hey, maybe we want to move on with our life, that's fine. But if they come back and then they see what you're making and they're like, hey, that's not great, but I'm excited for it. I don't hold like Avatar as high as you, George, but I loved it as a kid. I rewatched it when it came out on Netflix. I'm a huge fan. I don't know why we're talking about this. This was not what the news item was. We went from Attack on Titan to Avatar. But moving on. I don't know how we got. Yeah. Moving
that was
on.
me, to be honest.
Netflix like released their 2023 Sizzle reel. Tyler, you mentioned like it's kind of bangs. It's not a bad.
No, their Sizzle reels always bang. I remember. I think the first one they ever released, unless I just didn't see any before, was like 2021. I feel like the first I can remember was the Don't Look Up one when they had that. And I remember I think they released it during the Super Bowl, so I was like, damn, because I remember my friend and I, like my roommate and I at the time were watching it, and we were just like watching the Super Bowl, and then that came on because like Netflix, like they've always had Netflix original movies, but really these last couple of years have been when they're cranking out dozens a year. So I remember that coming out in the Super Bowl, and I was like, holy shit, Netflix is bringing heat this year. So they always do good sizzle reels. I mean, I'm excited. A lot of gatekeeping going on for The Killer, but should all be good.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about every single one, but just to run through a couple. The Killer, the big one, Rebel Moon, Murder Mystery 2. I'm sure we'll do numbers on Netflix. Damsel, Heart of Stone, Extraction 2, Pain, Hustlers, Lift, and then a whole lot more. Are there any of those that you guys want to talk about? Probably The Killer, Michael Fassbender and David Fincher. That is without a doubt the biggest of the year, I would assume, for them. Maybe not biggest number, but it has the most potential to be the best. I'm sure.
I could guarantee it wouldn't be the biggest number.
I'm certain Murder Mystery 2 is going to be like the new. Every time Netflix releases a new project, it's like this is our most watched project ever. And I'm certain Murder Mystery 2 is going to be that project.
I believe it though.
I don't. I think they're lying every time, man.
No, people like watch them.
I believe it. Like that's such like a family movie night. Don't know what to throw on. Netflix
Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston.
No, I'm not saying for I might believe it for Murder Mystery 2, but some of the things I can't name off the top of my head right now. Some of the things they throw out, I'm like, I don't believe that.
Isn't Tilda Swinton in The Killer as well? I think she is. Is she?
Yes.
I don't know a ton about
she's been in so many films. She's great.
Yeah,
it's based on I'm almost positive it's based on a French graphic novel, which
isn't that the cover thing on Letterboxd?
Yeah, that's like the current Letterboxd poster that they're using. So I plan on reading it, but like David Fincher and Michael Fassbender, that's a match made in heaven. That's Scorsese and Leo right there. That's just
Michael Fassbender needs it too. Like,
what's weird though? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Going back to like The Killer, not doing the numbers on Netflix that we would expect a David Fincher, Michael Fassbender movie to do. Michael Fassbender is not a household name.
No, he really isn't.
He's definitely not.
He's not. Like he's not the house. Like someone logs into Netflix, they see Murder Mystery 2, Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
They're gonna click that. Yeah, they're gonna click that 9 times out of 10 over David Fincher and Michael Fassbender's The Killer.
Can I be honest? I've just had to search Michael Fassbender because I couldn't remember his face. And I watch how many films? Like,
well,
I haven't actually watched him in that much, so I will have a little.
So you haven't watched X-Men?
I just want to go through Michael Fassbender's filmography because his last however many movies are X-Men: Dark Phoenix, stinker. The Snowman, I've heard it's a stinker. Alien Covenant, stinker. Song to Song, I don't know. Assassin's Creed, stinker. Trespass.
Prometheus, not a stinker. I will say that.
Facts.
Prometheus.
Okay, I'm not dickhead. I'm not there yet.
I feel like you're gonna say it.
X-Men Apocalypse, stinker.
Stinker,
Steve Jobs, great.
Should have won the Oscar. Should have won the Oscar for
Should've
Steve
won
Jobs.
Really should have. Macbeth.
Who
never
won that
saw it.
year for?
Prometheus
Oh,
is
that
like
remember.
back when he was doing good movies. I would have gotten there.
I just wanted to get my Prometheus because it gets a lot of hate, and I like that film. So I just
Prometheus
wanted
does.
All right, yeah, that's fine. 12 Years a Slave is great. X-Men Days of Future Past is great. And then Steve Jobs is great. But then also like Shame is really good. First Class, I think, is really good.
Fish Tank.
He's in Glorious Bastards, obviously. Great. God, he just kind of, I don't know. He kind of dropped, I feel like. Yeah, he just kind of, he's kind of weird, in a weird place where like I've noticed his drop, which most people I wouldn't say I noticed. I feel like Christian Bale's kind of on that train though.
Yo, stop it.
What's Christian Bale's going on?
The pale blue eye is not Dark Phoenix.
No, it's not a stinker. But it's
Amsterdam stinker. Fair.
I think he's like on a train of not as great movies. So God, he makes
he picks.
I take that back
characters.
because
he picks.
he wasn't in a. I take that back because he wasn't in a movie for 3 years. But so 2022 stinkers. Thor: Love and Thunder in Amsterdam. Pale Blue Eye, technically 2022 / this year. It's fine. But then Ford v Ferrari.
Did we just hear Cam Walsh 27 call Thor: Love and Thunder a stinker?
Kind of a stinker.
Bro, don't you have it at 3.5 or a 4 or something? This is what I mean about
3.
your rating system.
I have it at a 3. So I guess I have it.
Yeah, that's like a 6 out of 10.
Okay, maybe it's not a stinker.
That's a
I
good.
take it back, man. I take it back. Never
Hey,
mind.
listen. I wouldn't call it a stinker. I think it's just a painfully average movie.
You've called it a stinker before, you jackass. All right, I have it at 3.5.
I call it a stinker. I think it's
Yeah, no, all right. It's not a stinker then. I
piss
take
you
it back.
off.
It's not as great. Not as great. All right, not as great. But
I call
I
it
take back.
3.5 a
I
good film.
already took back my comment of he still does good movies, but he intertwines them with stinkers every once in a while.
He picks characters.
Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle.
Stop. Good movie. Stop.
No.
Good movie.
No.
I don't care what anyone says. It's a good movie.
He was a stinker. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't have to get into his filmography. And then whatever. Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder. I'm sure. We're just excited about that. Extraction 2. I'm really excited about. Extraction was. Really
Did you
good.
like Extraction 1?
Yeah, it was really good. Well, maybe not really.
Really?
Good. It was pretty good.
What do you
I'll
say?
give it a pretty good. Probably in like high 70s, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I went a 3.5. I think Extraction, that one take action scene in like the middle of the film is sick.
Yeah,
Never mind. I
I'll
take it
stand
back. I don't have Extraction rated, so I'm gonna say
story
amazing.
might not be the strongest. Characters may not be the strongest, but that one take
it's
action
awesome.
scene is so electric.
It's directed by like the stunt guy from like Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And so that's what he does. He directs stunts.
Is he doing the second one as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think they're both coming back. I'm not gonna look it up. We're already spending way too much time on this, but I think so. And then moving on, Shrinking, and I put this last because I was like, I want to watch this trailer. Guess what I didn't do?
Watch the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Did anyone? It's an Apple TV sitcom, or maybe not sitcom, but it's an Apple TV show. Not going to talk about it then. Moving on. What?
I was gonna say it kind of gave me like "Don't Worry, Darling" vibes at the beginning of the trailer, and then it fell off like crazy.
Sure, I didn't even watch it. So moving on, news, and this is about as thin as it gets, but I just kind of tried throwing things on here. Ted Lasso season 3 releases spring 2023.
You know, sorry, is he like a villain now or something? Is he like the guy now? You know what I mean?
Watch the fucking season, you dingus.
No, but I'm gonna know now anyway because I've seen.
Yeah, I guess you would. You shouldn't.
No, you've seen one picture, bro.
Yeah, you didn't
but the
know,
picture's
but
obvious.
You got no idea. Never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
watch
the season. Good, The Fall of Man.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah, watch the second season, The Fall of Man. Then Tron Ares in active development at Disney with what everyone's calling the kicker, Jared Leto. Expect to star.
He's a good actor. Can we just
no.
The disappointment
is a good actor.
Yeah, that's true. But the disappointment is not because of Jared Leto. The disappointment is because there's no Joe Kosinski and there's no Daft Punk.
Okay, fair enough. I know Tron as a big fan, but
Um,
some of the disappointment was definitely regarding Jared Leto being a bad
No,
actor.
it definitely was. And I don't think any of that disappointment was because of his acting ability. I think it's because he's a jackass and probably a little bit of a touch.
No, because most people don't care when people are like idiots. They just care about it. I got many replies.
I think people care about him being a weirdo.
He's definitely a weirdo. He's definitely a weirdo. I saw a funny tweet that says Tron 3 is going to replace Joe Kosinski with the Russo brothers and Daft Punk with Imagine Dragons.
That's
I didn't see
fair.
That was so funny.
He was in 3 movies. Yeah, I guess. House of Gucci, weirdo. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Are we
weirdo.
doing the whole filmography?
I'm always
Looking like
I'm kind of on a
Spotfiy.
filmography vibe right now. The
Listen,
little
listen.
things, God, weirdo.
Didn't Jared Leto win a Razzie for worst supporting actor in House of Gucci? I'm almost
might.
confident.
I don't really know.
I hear some people say
I
was
did
bad.
not think he was bad at all.
But he was a weirdo.
He was a weirdo.
Okay, there we go.
Where he's like,
That's my point.
Yeah, where he's like, "Among me."
Yeah.
I truly think. Sorry if that was disrespectful to Italians.
No,
That's what he says.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
But I truly think, and I know we're diverting the conversation a lot today. Him and Al Pacino
We
were
don't
like
really
they were the only standouts in House of Gucci for me. When they were on screen, I was locked in. I couldn't care about Adam Driver, couldn't care about Lady Gaga, but I thought Jared Leto genuinely was great, especially having like done research on the character he had to play. He was like spot on. He did a very good job in that role. He was annoying as fuck, but he did a good job.
Yeah, I think it's more he's a weirdo and not a bad actor, and people kind of equate weirdo to bad actor, you know.
True. People did reply to my tweet saying that he's like a terrible actor. I just don't agree at all. Acting ability, I think he's really good.
No, I think he gives out good performances. And
He just picks bad
performances.
projects.
I think he gives out some. Like him as Joker, I think is a bad performance. But that doesn't matter. Like I said, we're kind of just stretching here. Ghosted, starring Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. Don't really know a lot about it, but it comes out in April 2023. So
is it a film?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's like a rom-com or a rom action from Dexter Fletcher, who I looked him up last night, so I knew who that was. And then,
I know who he is. He's been in like loads of British TV shows.
No, he did Rocket Man. That's what it was. Yeah. So I approve if he did Rocket Man. But Ana de Armas and Chris Evans, it'll probably be okay. I'll give him an okay. I'll give him an okay. Evans,
very average.
What do you guys think about his film? God damn, I'm all on the filmographies today because we have nothing
Chris
really.
Evans?
Yeah, I feel like his filmography is kind of odd. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
Post Avengers, do you think he's that good of an actor?
I think Snowpiercer is by far his best performance.
There you go.
I don't even think that's a hot take because like I think he's fantastic as Captain America, but
I don't think that's like a performance. I think that's just like him being more him. Like, you know, like,
he didn't have to stretch any acting abilities the way he had to in Snowpiercer. I also think, and I know it's not that great of a movie, but Gifted, I think in Gifted he was very good. You saw an emotional side of him that we don't necessarily usually see. But I think the rest of his career is just gonna be playing
action movies.
It's also because he's good. He's a good man to look at.
Oh yeah, he's very easy to look at. I don't know if maybe like him being Captain America made me just like think he was like a really good actor, and afterwards I thought he'd be like in big movies. But now I think
he's a good actor.
No, I think he's a good actor. I don't think he ever does like bad in a role. But for some reason, after he was done with Captain America and then he did Knives Out, I was like, he's gonna start like doing some good movies.
That rarely happens.
I know.
He was great in Knives Out.
He was great in Knives Out.
He just had to play.
It was him, but as an asshole.
Ryan Johnson probably sat him down like, listen, you're gonna play Captain America, but he's just gonna be a douchebag.
Yeah,
for
right.
2.5 hours straight.
It's the same thing, but just be rude.
And you're gonna wear a sick sweater. That's it.
Yeah,
a sick sweater. He looked handsome in that sweater.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Moving on, first poster for Inside, psychological horror film following an art thief who is trapped in a New York penthouse after his heist does not go as planned.
Yes.
Willem Dafoe. We don't really know anything more about this.
We don't need to know anything
Should we
more.
look at Willem Dafoe's filmography?
No.
No.
Did you
That'll
see?
go on.
Did you see Bo Burnham posted the poster to that movie on his
No.
story?
That's hilarious.
I thought that was so funny. But also, I would love to be trapped in a New York City penthouse apartment.
Sure.
Love it.
I'm sure it's nice. I'm sure I would hate it, but I'm sure it's nice. Yeah, that's really all we got. Anton
Can I just
Fuqua,
say that Willem Dafoe's character is called Nemo? That's weird.
Is it really? That's
you could
so
pick any. You could
stoked.
pick. I'm sure it's based off source material, but imagine just the person writing it, like, how I'm really gonna screw this guy. Give him Nemo. Give that name. Anton Fuqua to direct a Michael Jackson biopic. I do not see this being anywhere higher than like we'll
You're
say
not an
like a
Anton,
4 out of
didn't you
5.
say before Emancipation came out, you're not an Anton Fuqua fan?
No, I just haven't seen a ton of his work.
You don't like Training
to be
Day?
honest. No, I like Training Day a lot.
Oh, okay.
I
Guilty
just
is a good
haven't
movie.
seen. No, The Guilty sucks. That's another.
Guilty.
Guilty.
The Guilty is a good movie.
Guilty is so average.
The Guilty is a good movie. 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out
Have
of
you
5
watched
stars.
the original? Watch the original American remake.
It's ranked higher on my 2021 ranking than Coda.
Have you seen the
So-
original though? Because I think you'd like that more, George.
I have
Genuine.
not. I didn't-
It's on HBO
Of
Max,
The
by the way. I
Guilty?
just saw that last night. The
I
Guilty
forgot he
original
did
is on HBO
Infinite.
Max.
I forgot he
Yeah.
did Infinite 2 years ago. Oh, that was a bad movie. That you can't disagree with. But I've seen 6 of his movies, and other than Training Day, it peaks at a 60 out of 100. With
That's to say,
Emancipation.
I think Southpaw is like decent.
Oh,
Actually,
I don't
well,
have Southpaw
I think
rated.
Southpaw's good actually.
I don't
Southpaw's
love
good.
Southpaw, but I haven't seen it in a long while.
Southpaw falls
I
into
don't remember loving it.
so many like
I didn't know that was
sports
him.
genre movie cliches.
Yeah.
but
But
it's
it's
Jake
enjoyable.
Gyllenhaal.
It's like
Yeah,
Bleed
and
for
you're looking
this.
at-
Like they all came out at the same time
Yeah.
too.
I'll probably watch. Maybe I'll watch that sometime soon. I haven't seen it in so long. And then lastly, Megan 2.0 officially coming 2025. Let's get excited.
They fried the name of these titles so
Oh,
badly
yeah,
by
they messed
putting
it
the
up, man.
3.
They messed
fried
it up.
so badly.
I'm not watching.
Oh yeah, no, who cares? It's gonna.
There's
I
no
bet she
surprise.
dances. I bet she dances again. And
I hope it's R-rated
Yeah.
because Megan did numbers at the box office. Then they greenlit a sequel before the movie was even released, just because they expected them to do that much numbers.
they saw the meme. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I'm not even. Yeah, who cares? Fucking now. Nerd news. Basically nothing. Like literally nothing. I just threw this in. Ant-Man and Wasp tickets on sale. And Agatha Coven of Chaos started filming. So yeah, nothing DC, nothing Star Wars.
Yes.
This was such a slow week. With
I know
even
it's January, man. We
It's
gotta
a
make
war
it
Yeah.
season too. I feel like that's what's sucking up all the news coverage, all the reporters,
yeah.
all the Hollywood insiders,
So-
are all focused.
If
on
you're
this.
more than anyone's more than welcome to mention any I didn't put any BAFTA or Critics' Choice in here. I'm so tired of award shows. There should be 2 awards. There should be the Oscars and there should be
real talk.
Real
Real
Talk
Talk.
Awards. Yeah.
I know
That's it.
I stand by this statement. Not everyone. So I believe
People care more about-
people might care a little bit about our award show, but not people. No one needs to be reporting on our award show. Just fans of us should be listening to our award show because they like us, and that's
Not
fine.
they don't care
I
about
would
the
lo-
Indiana Critics fans.
Yeah,
Choice
I get
Award.
notifications that it's the Indiana
so
Online
annoying,
due
no one
to
cares.
stayed at home with their mother this summer award show. And I don't care. It's just there's so many awards, and it's like nice. You won the Critics' Choice for who can be the best white guy living in a suburban area award. Like, God, there's so many. And
It does get
suck up.
tiring.
Dude,
We're not even at the
I-
Oscars.
I
Oscars
will
haven't-
say,
Tired.
I will say to that point, I think there is an oversaturation of award shows, and at some point, it's like Brendan Fraser wins the Critics' Choice Awards, Colin Farrell wins a Golden Globe, Austin Butler wins a Golden Globe. It's like, then they're not the best actor. Like, if we're giving awards to like every single male that's eligible for the best actor, you're not the best actor. It's clearly and congratulations to them. I'm very happy for you. It's to a point where it's like I truly think there needs to be one award show, and obviously us doing the Real Talk Awards is not helping that.
No, but
But it just gets very interesting where it's like, let's say Austin Butler wins the Oscar. It's like, congratulations, he didn't win Critics' Choice. Or let's say Colin Farrell wins the Oscar. It's like, well, congratulations, he didn't win the Critics' Choice Awards. Like, how can you truly determine the best actor if there are so many different awards just handing out awards left and right.
My problem is, who are these critics? Are they not critics good enough to be in the Oscars voting? So do I care about them? Like, why are they not in the Academy? Why are they just critics? And it's like, but I like the Raiders of the Lost Pod awards because I like those guys.
We'll say 3 award shows then. We'll take it to 3.
No, I'm not even saying like they can't. Anyone can have their own awards. I just don't need film Twitter to lose their mind when someone gets nominated for a Critics' Choice Award or a People's Choice Award or again, literally, it's a real thing that I get Twitter notifications for because I'm on film Twitter too much.
So turn them off.
I can't, fucker. I have to tweet things.
No, we like tweet.
We appreciate it.
I will say, in defense of award shows, every award show has their own personality.
This week. It's fine.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Every award show has their own personality. Every award show has their own body of voting. So it is coming from a different perspective of a lot of people. And it comes down to like, I couldn't give a fuck about the Critics' Choice Awards. I couldn't give a fuck about the Golden Globes. I just don't care. The BAFTAs I enjoy. The Oscars I'll watch just because they're, number one in ratings. They're the number one most, well received.
They're the award
show. They are the award show.
Yeah.
But every single award show has their own personality. And in defense of all these award shows, it is fun to like play this game leading into Oscar season. Like, oh, now that the BAFTAs released their nominations and the Golden Globe Awards are done, Critics' Choice Awards are done, you kind of have a sense of who's going to be nominated for the Oscars, who's going to win the Oscars. And it poses like a fun little game and puzzle where it's like, all right, let's see if we can guess. Let's see. Can we guess? Do we know who is going to be nominated and who is going to win based on these prior award shows? Because they do have an effect. And I know a lot of people try to argue like, oh, no, maybe they don't have the effect that, people think, but they do. Whoever wins the Critics' Choice Awards goes on to win the Oscars like 60% of the time. Same with the BAFTAs.
Yeah.
All I care about is Ki-Hye Kwan. I
thought it was Stephanie Sue.
Oh, Stephanie Sue too, but she hasn't won anything. He's just a cutie. Just being a cutie.
Yeah, he's a lock anyway. He's my own lock.
The biggest lock I've ever seen in Oscars history.
No, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just do we want to talk about nominees or I don't have any written down. All right, I'm moving on. Yeah, and also I like I said, bad week. I'm just angry this week. Sorry to the award season. I'm sure you're all great people. Moving to movie reviews, and then we're gonna go on to our draft. We're gonna start out with Missing, which unfortunately Tyler is the only one that saw. This happens fairly often that Tyler's the only one that sees something. Maybe we should get better.
More hours in the day.
Maybe we should get better at this. Today, week's rough. This week's rough.
I was going to see this on Saturday. So.
Yeah, it's only Friday. But
that's out here on the first.
That should be our ReelTok goal, 2023. We're going to see movies so we can all talk about them. All right. Hands in, people.
Wait, I can't.
Break.
I can't change release dates.
Yeah, but you could have seen Plane. Yeah,
that's true.
Hold yourself accountable.
No, I couldn't. It came out the week after. I couldn't.
Fuck you then.
Fuck you.
Seth is giving Plane a 1 out of 5 stars.
I disagree.
Go see it now.
I think I like
and that. No. The 1 star you give it is going to be for Mike Coulter's biceps. That's it.
He's a handsome man. I think I like Plane. I might even watch it this. I might fuck around and watch Plane this week. You never know.
Yes. All right. Missing. Tyler, you liked it. Continue.
I really liked it. I really wanted to talk to one of you guys about it, but again, I'm not going to even go into much of it at all, just because I want you guys to go in completely blind. But what the editing in this was so good, because I feel like Searching proved the concept that it works. Like, you can make a movie that's captivating and engaging, that's fully through computer screens. And Missing,
did you watch that this week?
Yeah, right before.
So
and Missing took it to a whole new level. Like, it's still the same exact concept, but there's like edits and like I don't know. Like I know you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Is that that's what I come back to. Is that Searching proved the concept can work, and then
George,
Missing's like, all right, we
10
know
minutes.
it works. I'm gonna make it incredible. So Missing stylistically was awesome. What Missing is John Cho though, and what I mostly mean by that is that the acting in this was good, not great. Like, all the performances were just like fine. None of them were very captivating. Whereas I thought John Cho in Searching was very solid.
He's a great.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really liked him.
So that's the only biggest knock is that I think the acting's a little bit lesser than Searching, and I think the dialogue again is there's nothing bad about the dialogue, but it's just nothing, you know, you're not gonna be writing home about or anything. I think Missing is better to watch if you've seen Searching already, because that'll set up some preconceived notions, and then you'll see Missing maybe going down some similar tracks, and then I just feel like it's really good to be able to compare the two because it might throw you off a bit. But I truly think there's a very creative screenplay. Like I want to know Cam's thoughts because I know he loves Knives Out and Glass Onion and Rian Johnson. But I think this is just as creative and well written in terms of a mystery screenplay as anything Rian Johnson does. Like I thought it was very well crafted. Had me thrown through a loop multiple times. It throws you off your scent. I could never guess where it was going. Every time you think you're going to guess where it's going, it always hits you with something else. So I thought the writing for the screenplay was brilliant, like incredible. The dialogue, on the other hand, was just, you know, a little more phoned in. But it put me through a range of emotions. Like I was laughing. My palms were sweaty in the theater. Like I was tense. I got teary-eyed multiple times. Just an entire range of emotions. I do think Searching was more of a mystery. This is more of a thriller. Like I think Searching didn't have me as stressed out. I mean, it did just based on the movie, but I'm saying Missing more so. I was like stressed, like, holy shit, where's this going? Like I'm a little spooked right now. But yeah, it was so fun seeing crowded theaters too, because there was so many people in my theater, and there was every 10 minutes just a collective gasp, and it was just so fun. Like just a very fun theater experience.
For you.
Well, they're not ruining the movie. It's just like I don't know.
I guess so. If it's just like a gasp or a laugh, fine.
Yeah, it's not like they're talking about it or anything. It's just like something crazy happens. And it's like same as a jump scare in a horror film. Like it's just like a quick reaction. It doesn't really take anything away from it.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you guys see the ad that the like marketing video?
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah,
but I promise you, it's
so
much better than that.
Maybe not
that.
want to watch the film, honestly. Like, it was
So
really bad.
I didn't watch Missing, but Searching was like weirdly one of the most memorable movie experiences I've had in like the last couple of years. Because it was like it's not only is it like experimental and unique, but it's like one of those things where it's like you're watching like a text conversation unfold. So like the green, like the 3 dots show up, and like your heart just kind of sinks on like what might pop up next. And it's like one of the most anxiety inducing like feelings you could have when something's right in front of your face. You know something is about to come at you, but you just don't know what it is. And again, John Cho is fucking amazing in that movie. I think he drives that movie incredibly well. I will be seeing Missing. I'm very excited for it. But Searching, it just left such an imprint on me. If you haven't seen Searching, just mute yourself for a hot sec. There was one part in Searching where they showed that like one of the images was like stock image. I don't know if you remember this scene in Searching, and like it kind of like zoomed in on this stock image woman's face. And I remember my heart just sinking. Like that frightened me for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
I want to rewatch Searching now. I really like Searching.
It's just a very creative, very experimental film that just works, and Missing is no different. And there was,
I think I like Missing definitely.
There was never a point when I was watching Missing where I thought it was a bad movie. But there's a couple things that happen. I'm like, that's a little silly. But then like later in the movie, you'll find out something that explains that. And you're like, oh shit, like that wasn't silly. That was actually like totally makes sense why that was the way it was. So it was like a constant battle of watching it where I was like, I don't know about that. And then I was like, oh shit, no, that actually totally makes sense now. And like it just, all it left me with was when I drove home from the theater, I was just thinking about, I was like, damn, that was just a very well written mystery.
I didn't realize it was a different director. I thought it was the same director for some reason.
Yeah, different director. The director also wrote it, but I thought,
same writer. Yeah.
I thought it was just great. I really thought it was very, very well done. The ending goes a little bit off the rails, and the acting and dialogue, like I said, is not anything amazing, but truly Missing was so fun. I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah, forward to it. Definitely.
I'm what? Sorry, Cam.
Better than the ad.
Yeah, we talked about that while you were
Well, I mentioned that.
That horrendous ad.
All right. Sorry. Continue, George.
No, I was just going to say I'm really happy to hear that Tyler liked it and that the movie's being received very well, because I will say this again, and this isn't a spoiler because it was in the trailer. They dropped in the trailer that her mom might not be like who she thinks she is, how she might have multiple identities. And when I saw that trailer for the first time, I was like, did they just give away like the big twist of the movie? So now I'm assuming that's not like really that
it's similar
big
to
of a
Searching
moment.
in terms of like there's multiple twists. You know, there's just so many times where you're just going down a rabbit hole and then you're like, oh shit, we're way off track of where we're supposed to be.
Okay,
it's fun.
But yeah, so my official rating was an 8.1 out of 10 for 4 out of 5 stars. And I
So
when
a good 4 out of 5 as well. Not even like
yeah, strong 4 out of 5. And when I got home, I saw some other people in the film Twitter community also saying they were like, shit, that like I had very low expectations and I actually very much enjoyed it. So it's not just like me being like, oh, that was a super fun theater experience and overrating it. Like I genuinely think a lot of people are going into this and saying I was very surprised at how much I ended up enjoying that. So highly recommend seeing it.
Good. So going from a fun movie experience to an incredibly boring movie experience, let's talk Skinamarink. I
wish I could get involved.
Turn your ears off, Seth. Well,
No,
there's nothing to
there's
spoil.
nothing we
There's
can-
nothing to spoil.
spoil.
No, I just wish I could get involved.
This,
I want
I
to see
know,
where
I
I
know, I know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Seth,
start because
Real quick, Seth. Turn around and look at your wall.
I've just watched.
you've started.
Yeah.
Nice.
You've
Congrats.
just seen Skinamarink.
It's fucking.
I'm gonna watch it.
screw
I'm gonna
that,
watch it for the next
man.
one. Honestly, I will.
And
So I need to see it.
I will start with. I'm not a movie critic, and I don't want to be a movie critic. I am just an idiot who has a camera and people allowed to talk on the internet. That being said, this movie fucking sucks, man. And it's stupid, and I hate it. And I hate that people are saying that it's creative and different. Much respect to the director because he made a $15,000 movie that is going to make $1 million.
It's already made $1 million.
It's already made great. It's showing at AMC's. That's incredible.
That is wild.
Fucking stupid, dude. And it's so fucking annoying because it's like, hey, you don't understand it. Go read this. No, that made me like it less. I moved it down because you just made me fucking read a 3-page article and it pissed me off even more because I got it. I understood what was happening and I saw everything. It's just walls.
That was my biggest issue with Skinamarink. Is that a lot of people are just assuming that deep themes and this movie does have a lot of themes of neglect and abandonment and shit like that. I think a lot of people are just inherently thinking that means a movie is good. And I'll say this, and I say time and time again, because I've spoken about Skinamarink 1 million times in the last week with a lot of angry fans. I respect any film that will try to like stray from genre norms, try to be experimental, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. $15,000 on a small horror indie film that is making its way to AMC theaters. That's incredible. That's fucking amazing.
Good for it.
All of these deep themes do not disqualify the fact that 1, half my theater was asleep. 2, I almost knocked out myself like 4 different times. And the fact that there's just nothing here to hold on to. There's nothing here to like really keep me locked in. The horror aspects didn't work. I'm not even trying to sound like a man here. The movie was not even in the slightest scary. I literally laughed at several moments. Like I audibly let out a ha ha at several moments in this movie. My theater was laughing like crazy every so often. And I think that I'm
just curious.
Seth, close your ears. Close your ears.
I don't care.
Okay, the first moment was this one scene that I genuinely started to enjoy was when the little girl walks into the room and she sees her dad sitting on the bed, right? The first thing out of the dad's mouth was look under the bed. Yes. I cried.
Yes.
I was hysterically laughing. I was like, you just built up a really solid scene. Up until this point, I was looking at furniture. I was looking at the corners of a wall. Now there's something. There's a kid. There's a dad. There's a bed. We know the dad left. So whatever the fuck we're looking at is not the dad. And they built up this scene like pretty well. First thing out of this dude's mouth, look under the bed. Mm-hmm. I laughed. I genuinely let out a laugh. I thought that was just the worst thing he could have possibly said at that moment.
What's the
end? Yeah, go.
Was the cheap what was the cheap jump scare for you? Because I was like, this is so dumb. When it's the doll on the ceiling, right?
No, it's when they're looking in the closet and then like a hand or something pops out of the closet. Whatever that was. So I shit you not, I saw it coming from a mile away.
There's one where there's the doll on the ceiling, and then it's a flashlight, or maybe it's like the kid's
when she drops the flashlight and screams or something. Yeah, and that's like the jump scare. And I'm like, it's a flashlight.
Yeah, it's like
just
that.
Did you just say you're a flashlight, Seth? Did you just say that? God, I'm gonna come over to England.
Cam,
and fight.
I mean, wasn't there also like kind of a jump scare when you see like the girl's face too?
Yeah, you see the
Yeah.
girl's face.
Yes, that one may have got like that one kind of.
I mean, I'm a horror wuss, and I was genuinely tense.
Things
like,
startle me pretty easily, and that one kind of startled me. I'll admit, most jump scares do. Though,
right.
so
I think what I'm realizing is I'm a jump scare might not be the form. Like I thought before I started watching horror films, that would be what I got scared of the most is jump scares. But I think tension for me, because I actually was tense watching this. Like I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like I was.
Good for you.
It wore off after a while, but like when like the
you watched it on your phone in daylight, you're not gonna have the same. In fairness, though, Cam, I actually don't mind you watching on your phone, but I will say, to the credit of the filmmaker for this, this can't be watched on a phone, surely, in like daylight in a lit room.
When you texted me that, all right, I'm gonna be honest with everyone right here. I this movie. I hope I don't.
Jail,
I don't know.
jail.
I don't know if that's legal. It's not actually. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the internet.
Say so to the director.
I'm sorry to the director.
He's
That
made
being
enough
said,
money.
that being said, Seth, when you texted that, I was staring at a wall outlet. You're telling me that needs to be seen in the dark? Guess what, Seth?
Of course it does.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, man.
For those listening, Seth, Cam just got up, turned his lights
It's
off.
still a
and
wall
Yeah, it's
out
like, for those listening, it's like, guess what, Seth? He's just like gone.
and it just went silent.
It's still a wall outlet. It's
Okay, in fairness, to be fair, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. But I would imagine from what I've seen that this is something you have to like be in your room, locked in. Cause it's like, do you not
I don't
think?
think you do. No.
Really?
I
I mean,
don't.
that's what made it
George
scarier for
Clooney.
me.
Listen, I said I truly think you're going to have a different experience with this film, because I think you're going to appreciate, a movie with themes as deep as, neglect and abandonment. I know you look for,
But it might bore me though. That's the thing.
yeah, that's my biggest issue. But to Tyler's point of, the tensity of the screenplay and the execution of this film, on how, maybe it attached Tyler a little bit more because he was tense throughout the movie. I was not. 10 minutes in and I'm still looking at a wall, and I kind of checked myself out. I was like, we got to go somewhere. Like, this movie has to do
Did you watch
something. Yeah, I went to the theaters.
There were more walls in this than I expected. I thought we were going to look at one wall the whole time. It was a couple different walls.
Bro, I saw
Yeah.
Give
it 9 points for that.
I thought it was
I
like
saw
one shot, to be fair.
Cinema Joe tweeted, I think he saw Skinamarink early or whatever, but he tweeted an iPhone video of a corner of a wall saying, is this on my phone or Skinamarink? And I was like, that's got to be like an aggressive joke. Like, no way is that like actually like what the movie is. 2 hours of staring at nothing.
Hey, Tyler, do me a favor. Mark down the time slot and bleep me out saying the P word, okay?
Okay.
Just bleep me out.
The P word?
I don't want to be on record.
Do you want me to cut it out or just bleep you?
Just bleep it. Just bleep it.
Oh.
I don't want to be on record.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, I want to hear a crazy take. You know what this movie is a horror movie version of?
Say Jaws.
Okay, so we got themes of abandonment here, grief, loss.
Hold on, don't tell me.
Scratchy camera.
Wait.
Themes
Coco?
of abandonment.
We talked about it earlier.
Some
that's
deeper
why.
themes here, but you're watching a lot of it's kind of scratchy footage.
Are you
weird
talking? Are
cuts.
you talking about? Oh, it's After Sun.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
This is a horror movie version of After Sun.
And it's not done as well.
No,
Because
not at all.
done.
Not
in
at all.
Nearly as well.
After Sun, I see what the people look like, and then I care about them more. It's this for me is kind of like The Guilty, where I don't give a flying fuck about anyone else other than Jake Gyllenhaal because I don't know them. And no offense, I've seen so many movies, I'm desensitized. They're just people in productions at this point, unfortunately. I've seen so many movies. If you don't give me like the heart and soul of an acting performance, I don't really care about your character. Like if it were real life, I would care. But like The Guilty, I don't care about that person as much because I can't get
Guilty. No.
Huh?
That's not my issue with The Guilty.
It's so boring. And I also don't care about the characters. It's not as boring as this.
I don't think that's also the one thing. Like, you load neglect and abandonment onto these kids that we're watching in Skinamarink, but it's like, Why is everything happening to these kids? There's no backstory. There's nothing.
Wait,
that
they're watching.
No. What?
No.
I thought you said the kids are watching something.
No, we're watching the
Yeah,
kids.
at points they are watching.
There's like
Oh, okay,
cartoons.
we're-
I mean, yeah. at
But
points
guess
they are
what? Guess
watching
what we
TV.
get to watch, Seth? A
Balls.
corner of what they are watching. A corner of the TV
I
screen.
will say, Skinamarink is one of the few films. Like I can count the amount of films I'd say this about on like two hands. I don't think people should go into this blind. Like I truly don't. I think you should watch a positive review, watch a negative review, definitely watch the trailer. I truly don't think like this should be a blind watch for anyone.
Yeah, the trailer does not steer you in the wrong direction. When you watch the trailer, you know exactly what kind of movie you're getting into,
Yep.
and you're either going to enjoy it or not.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
I
I'm
also,
not full of
also
excitement.
I will
can't
say,
lie.
again, disclaimer, I'm angry, and I hope you enjoyed this movie. I'm spread positivity, everyone. I'm pretty confident I will get roasted on some sort of film, Twitter, or TikTok, and I'm okay with that. This is not the movie I personally would get in the ring for. So yeah, this movie sucks. Move on.
Well, hold on. What's our final scores? Like, what's the score? Everyone?
9 out of 10,
I give it a 2 out of 10. Wait,
or
no,
9 out of 100. Sorry, 9 out of 100. Clip that Skinamarink best of the year. No,
I
9
give it
out
2
of
out of
100.
10. 2 out of 10.
A 9.
I gave it a 1 out of
I
5.
told you I gave it a 1. I gave it a.
You guys aren't filling me with much excitement.
I gave it a 1 out of 100.
I'm worried
then-
that this. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Cam.
I gave it a 10 out of 100. Sorry, and then I read about it, and I'm like, no, I got all that, and I still hated it. So it's a 9 out of 100.
Thank you. That's also the thing.
Did you
I
like
got it.
anything? Did you like
People
anything?
kept sending me articles to read about this movie, and it's like the articles didn't do anything to enhance the movie. Like this movie, like very clearly throws these themes in your face. It's not like you have to do like a bunch of research the way I did for After Sun. Like when After Sun came out, I read a million articles, and it made the movie all that better.
Does that kind
I
of
read a million.
it annoys me? You know when you're like, I didn't like it. Oh no, you just didn't understand it. No, I understood it. I just still didn't like it.
Yeah, it's like I understood it. It's like, you don't need to be this massive intellect to enjoy Skinamarink. It's not like I had to dig a hole and search for these themes that I was looking at. Like they were there. I saw them.
Also,
I just
I'm
didn't like
I'm happy with my review on this movie, saying this movie, this is the movie people are backing as like the movie that takes risks. This is the movie that makes me appreciate the MCU being formulaic.
Yeah.
Formula works, man. Just
that
keep
was
doing
fun.
it. Keep doing it. It's God. Not everything has to be different. All right. Sometimes you can just be normal. Just
You're not normal.
Well,
No,
we
I
can be
know.
done with Skinamarink now.
yeah, be yourself. But
I'm excited to hear about what
be
Seth
normal.
has to say about Babylon, though.
I
Yeah,
want
me too.
Seth to see Skinamarink, but
I'll
moving on.
will watch it. I will watch it.
Mr. Seth's film reviews. Watched Babylon today.
Yeah,
Finally got to see it. Did it come out today? Like, is today? the
Yeah.
official-
It came out today.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I
thoughts, comments, concerns.
it's to be honest, I thought I would give this what I did. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Same.
First 2 hours, I can't remember the last time I laughed that much in a cinema. I thought it was hilarious.
Was it can this be a full spoiler review?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full-
it's been
full
out for a
spo-
while. Hasn't
It's
Yeah.
been out a long time here. It just came out in the UK. It's out everywhere. Was it the?
Yeah, you're about to
is
say what you texted me.
I forget what I texted you, but was it the Margot Robbie acting scene where that guy like dies in the
Bro.
filming room?
when he gets too hot, that kills me.
they
Just
keep
open
having
the
they
door.
keep having to do retakes of
Such a good
that was
scene.
so funny. That
The
had me
scenes of
dying,
the
actually.
shooting was just brilliant. Like
I gotta
the
go
first,
find what I texted you.
the first 2 hours.
You texted me about the bathroom scene where
Give
the
me a
guy's
sec.
bent over the bathroom throwing up, and after being rejected by a girl, and Brad Pitt's like, "Well, she's a lesbian. It's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle for anyone."
Yeah, that was
Uphill
pretty
battle.
funny. He's like, it's an uphill battle anyways, and he's like, yeah, that was pretty funny.
All right, go, Seth. We're diverting.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the first 2 hours. Like just funny, exhilarating, electric performances, and it was just like an experience. It was just, the scene where they're shooting like the war epic. I just loved every part of that. I thought it was so just brilliant and just so well done.
I loved this part of it. It's like was it the War Epic? Yeah, or Brad Pitt's doing his like emotional.
He's doing the
scene, right?
romance,
but he's like drunk as hell, and then the like film
going up
starts
the hill
rolling.
and they fall down.
Yeah. But like they start filming and he just turns it on, right? And have you ever seen like that video of like Leo behind the scenes of Wolf of Wall Street, like right before filming?
I know what
and
you're
then
referring
as
to.
soon as they hit like say action, he's just the Wolf of Wall Street,
which is funny because that's the comparison I would make for this film is the Wolf of Wall Street.
No, and that like I loved that, like how he's drunk as hell, but these actors are just like so damn good. Obviously, like he wasn't, but for other reasons, like they just turn it on and they're ready to go, you know, and give like the scene of their life or something. I love that.
I loved also in that War Epic scene when the guy died from being impaled and they were like, he died of alcoholism or whatever. What did they say he died of? He was an alcoholic and that's what got him.
Oh yeah, I can't. I had notes for this movie and I deleted them because I was like, we're not coming back to it. So I don't have them anymore. But one of them was, does Margot Robbie, do you think she's better at her accent, like Margot Robbie talking, or her American accent? Like, what do you think she's better at? She can just do both.
Probably better at her own accent.
Well, no shit, but like she's always in.
What is this question?
You guys didn't play along. She's always doing her New York accent. Like in every movie, she does her New York accent. She probably just talks like that perfectly fine now. She could do either.
She definitely. Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Seth.
You guys didn't play into that one. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But it's kind of where I was at with it.
I'll continue.
Good at the accent.
I will say the final hour I liked it. It was still good. There was still some scenes I enjoyed. I know I'm in the minority. I didn't like the ending like at all, to be honest. I also thought that a lot of the imagery, a lot of the themes in the final kind of like half an hour Tobey Maguire scene. Tobey Maguire fucking didn't like the scene, but Tobey Maguire was great. I really liked it. So fucking weird. Yeah, I really liked him. But yeah, like it was almost spoon fed. It was so like on the nose, the imagery. It was like, here it is. And I feel like that's just him not being confident in what he's kind of delivering in this portrayal of the imagery. It was so like, these are the themes we're giving it to you. And that was kind of my issue with the final scene as well. That it was like, I know why people liked it, you know, the little montage with the films at the end. Yeah, I get it. I get why people like that. But for me, it was like, we kind of like watching this, we understand the connection with this medium. And I didn't really like that being kind of thrown in my face because I already got that theme and I didn't need it, if that makes sense. I know I'm in the minority because I did my review and then I've had like loads of comments saying like I'm surprised you didn't like the ending because
there's a good bit of people who I've seen not like my girlfriend, and she's like,
really?
I wish it would have just been flashbacks of Manny and Nellie, and they never.
Yeah,
that's what, like the first bit was. Then it got into like all the movies of the future and stuff. Where
I just found that like to be like, okay, you don't really need to show us that. We already understand the appreciation for the medium of film throughout the film anyway. We don't need that shown to us.
I think if the score didn't hit as much as it did.
Oh, like sorry, the score was great. Yeah.
No, yeah, but playing it was definitely like a Voodoo Mama iteration at the end. If it did not hit as much as it did, I think I might agree with you on that ending. But I think just the combination of the two, I was in awe with that thing. I love.
Which is the Voodoo? Is that the main?
That's the like. Oh god.
That's gonna be in my head for a while.
And then Coke Room's the other good one. Listen to that.
I love it.
My favorite.
I think that ending was like a really good, and I loved it obviously because it goes back to that first scene with Nellie and Manny where Nellie was like, "What do you want to be or what do you want to do?" And Manny's answer is, "I want to be a part of something that means something." So I think the whole movie was just like, doesn't fucking matter what happens in 1920. Everything they're doing is leading up to just the future of cinema. And I think that final like cut of every single movie, Avatar, whatever else was shown, Matrix, Terminator, I think that was a perfect way to like wrap up their story and like the themes of this movie that, yeah, everything they did contributed to everything that's coming in film. Which
I will say though, that when I said I didn't like it, I liked the scenes of them. Of Manny, and I like those. Yeah, I just didn't need the montage personally, but I do get why people like that. It makes
for me the montage. Sorry, for me the montage was like a TikTok montage that I just love, but it was put on a big screen. Like in all honesty, it was just something I enjoy. Like I could have gone without it, yeah, but I don't know. I really liked it,
but
it
it was
was
there.
but it was a TikTok montage. But that doesn't mean like those don't bring me to my knees every time.
Do you know when everyone was like, on like all the reviews were like, "Oh, you never guess the ending." I was like, "It's not. I bet it's not that." I was like, "What?
Were they
fuck?"
really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it really surprised me, to be honest. I didn't see like Avatar, like a clip of Avatar coming and stuff like that. I just found it so weirdly surprising.
I don't even
didn't
care
see
about
that.
Avatar, but that made me love Avatar. That's just made me fall in love with Avatar. What were you gonna say earlier, George?
And I'm happy you cut me off because that had nothing to do with this conversation about the ending of the
I love
movie.
it.
I was gonna say the final shot of Nelly like walking into the dark
Mm-hmm.
while that song like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
played.
so good.
Oh, the when she
legitimately-
was out the car and walk. I like that.
Yeah, that like literally like I don't know why it just put a tear in my eye, but I thought that was such like a fantastic exit for her.
George,
character.
I thought I cried at every film. I'm starting to think that you cry at every film.
I
You
tear
are-
up very easily.
I
tear up
do,
to be
incredibly easily.
I know Seth hasn't seen La La Land, so it's hard for him to compare, but I love the comparison of the
Jesus
relationships
Christ, you
because,
haven't even seen it?
because
You know I haven't seen it. What? Jesus
that's
Christ, you
real
put
talk.
it
Like
so
that's
many
common.
times.
That's common knowledge in real talk history.
I get a comment like if I do a video on like my top 5 films from the 1920s, who like, oh, watch La La Land, whatever. Do you know what? I do need to watch it. Because I haven't seen First Man either. I haven't seen First Man or.
I mean
La La Land.
that's more acceptable though than La La Land.
Yeah, love
No,
it.
but I feel like I
Yeah,
should
but
go
everyone
through
knows Seth
some
hasn't seen
other
La La Land. George hasn't seen About Time. That's like common real talk knowledge. But the thing is, like, because Manny and Sebastian and Mia in La La Land is like a romance you want to work. Whereas in this one, I didn't want Diego Calva and Margot Robbie to work because she's a horrible person that should not be with him, and he's such a good man. And I mean, towards the end, he starts to, once he gets in the Hollywood machine, he starts to become, a little more devious and starts.
That
making
scene was
decisions.
heartbreaking. You know what scene I'm talking
When
about?
he had to kick out
the makeup scene.
Just say what scene. We're in spoilers.
Oh yeah, sure. The makeup scene where they give him makeup to make him like the same color as the
that-
rest.
Dude,
That
that
was-
character
In fact,
was
no,
one of-
that might have brought
so
it to tears
bad.
actually. I
That-
think
I
that,
didn't. Yeah.
That
really
actor,
sad.
my girlfriend and I both thought this. Like that actor gave such an insanely incredible performance with such few words throughout the entire movie.
I agree.
But
His
every
facial
scene he was
expressions
in
were
was so
great.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
scene where he sat down and they're all like quizzing him on films like of color and stuff like that, and he just sat there without saying much. It was so
Yeah,
such
and then like the last
he
scene
was
when he just
great.
walks out and like, you're gonna need this to get back in tomorrow. He's like, no, I don't. And then that's just the
Yeah,
last you see
yeah.
of him. It's so
Yeah.
good.
He might
And
be
also,
the best performance in the
Diego
movie.
Calva wasn't that like he's been in like 2 films before.
Yeah, Diego
Too
Calva
small
I
for-
freaking loved in Babylon.
He was
Yeah.
really good.
That was his breakout.
There was
role.
there was no bad
loved-
performances in it, like at all.
Agreed.
No, there was not.
Other than Tobey Maguire wasn't bad. He's just
Tobey
weird.
Maguire's hands.
No, he was
stupid,
good.
but
Tobey
just
Maguire
like
was
spitting
good.
all the time.
so
but-
weird.
Yeah, he's just weird, yucky.
Uh,
Wasn't Charlie Chaplin either? Wasn't he supposed to be Charlie
No.
Chaplin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so weird.
yeah,
When like
yeah.
news of this movie first came out, they said Tobey Maguire to play Charlie Chaplin and
Yeah,
Damien
right.
Chazelle's next film Babylon. Just simply not.
Yeah,
I don't,
Uh,
George and I were theorizing is because it's just such a bad portrayal of Charlie Chaplin that like no need. Like why can't we just put a fictional name on this? What's the
Yeah.
point of like dragging someone's name? But
Also,
like
the
I-
vomiting scene.
the what scene?
The vomiting scene.
So
Yeah.
Tyler,
Is this
and
what
I-
you were? I thought. I
Yeah,
think
we
this was
talked
like
about
me.
that.
The
This
poop
thing
scene, the vomit
started
scene,
out
stupid.
with an elephant shitting on
Did
not
you laugh
Diego
at that?
Calva.
That
No,
was so stupid.
Oh my god, I was laughing so much. At
No,
that. It's
bro.
fucking- It's so
That-
funny.
that
It
part of
is.
the movie. I hate poop and pee jokes, man, and hate
Throw up,
puke
too.
jokes. I hate it, dude. It's
I-
not
I-
funny.
I was
in my
dying.
opinion. I'm glad
was
you find it
dying.
funny, but that's when I was like, oh god, I see how this movie's gonna be whatever 50%.
It was a
on Rotten
lot
Tomatoes
more
or
comedy
something.
than I actually like realized. To be honest, like I didn't think it'd be that.
See, like that's kind of like, I see a lot of videos on talking about like the modern age of comedy. Like, you're not gonna have like a pure comedy anymore, but like that Margot Robbie like acting scene where they're just like can't get the sound right and they can't get the scene
So
right.
funny.
Like that that makes me laugh just as much as like
Easily.
Step Brothers or something. Like
Yeah.
I love that scene.
It was just
so
when the body fell out. Everyone,
yeah,
I was dying.
so fucking funny, man. It was so good. Continue, Tyler. You're gonna say
Oh,
something.
well, I was just gonna say like the only thing because I absolutely love Babylon. Like that's no surprise.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice. Huge fan. the whole Tobey Maguire part just could have been cut. For me. Didn't care for that at all. It felt like it was very on the nose as well. As like Seth was saying, like it's like we get what they're going for here. And then the whole snake part, I was like, this could all be cut. I don't care for that.
Yeah, probably.
That was probably my least favorite part of the whole.
It was wild. I found that quite. Just funny.
I said I loved like the first hour and a half of this movie is like, other than the poop scene, like as soon as they move on,
including
from the pooping elephant scene,
including that,
I like think that's like one of my like favorite first hour and a halves of movies ever.
Yeah,
and then it hits like an hour just lull for me. And then I loved the ending, so I loved the last like 30 minutes. We'll say like the middle hour just threw me off, and that's what takes it from 4.5 to.
So were any of you like
third?
The second third was Charlie Chaplin, was it not? Or
no, that's the final third. That's
why
because I remember.
Okay, well, wherever that is.
Yeah, because I remember watching it the first time. Like I totally forgot about Tobey Maguire, and I vividly remember like 2 hours 15 minutes into Babylon, my first watch. I checked my phone, like seeing how much time's left. I was like, I thought Tobey Maguire was in this shit. And then like he finally
maybe my times are probably off. I only saw it the one.
I will
time,
say though, considering it's like a 3 hour plus film. I don't know about any of you, but I actually didn't feel like it dragged at any point, which is rare.
I didn't. No.
That's rare.
Just at the Tobey Maguire.
The
part,
when
people that dragged. I
thought it dragged. Yeah, I didn't like. I really didn't like it.
Right. There were scenes I didn't like, but it didn't drag.
Yeah, I don't think anything dragged.
Maybe
in the
not
movie,
drag.
but I think there was a lot of moments like the Tobey Maguire scenes that just didn't add anything.
I don't like that scene, but I want him in the film somehow. I don't like the scene, but I want him.
I actually thought that scene was pretty cool. I feel like just walking, it turned into like a horror movie at one point, and I was like,
it looked good, but it was like, okay, here's the depravity of Hollywood in these layers.
Yeah,
very in your face. It did look very good though. It was
that entire like half-hour sequence just to show that Nelly and Manny are fucked and they need to get out of the country, which could have been condensed into like some 5 minutes something.
Yeah, I love probably about an hour 15 in when they get on the movie set and you just see like all the different movies going on at once on the different, not the one where there's the whole cuts with the sound, but when Margot Robbie first goes on that was such a good scene. I could have watched like a whole hour more of just like that director directing Margot Robbie. Like I love that.
It was great. Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
This movie feels, and I don't know, correct me if I'm being stupid, but this movie feels, and Seth said it, like Scorsese's Wolf of Wall Street, where like prior to this movie, Damien Chazelle has done very tight, not necessarily large scale movies like Babylon. And then he writes Babylon and he's like, I just want to see what I can get away with.
Everything.
We haven't even mentioned it was outrageous, some of the scenes.
Yeah, like the entire first after the shit scene, the entire party in that house is like that. Literally, just felt like Damien Chazelle saying, "How far could I stretch my directing ability? How much could I get away with that people will be on board for?"
Yeah.
I like that.
Any other points or moving on?
Question: Wolf of Wall Street or Babylon?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Babylon.
You don't rate Wolf of Wall Street that high?
What
do you guys give Wolf of Wall
Street? Same as before, same as Babylon. So
I have Wolf of Wall Street at 4.5. It's a 4.5 for me. It's a 5 for you, George?
Yeah, it's 5 for me.
Really? Okay. So moving on, I gave it an 84 out of 100. Tyler,
9.4 out of 10 or something. I think. I
damn! I don't have a real eye. So 4.5 for Tyler and 9.4. George, 4.5 out of 5. Seth and myself, 4 out of 5. Moving on.
One sec. I know we already mentioned it, but Justin Hurwitz, man, go. So continue.
Yeah, great.
He's gonna win the Oscar.
Great score.
Yeah, no doubt.
Moving on. Bad movies we enjoy. The draft.
I'm looking forward to this.
You gave me the first pick.
I didn't. Well, the wheel gave you the first pick. All right, get mad at the wheel. So the draft this week is movies under a 2.5 that we enjoy. Either under a 2.5.
Oh yeah, under a 2.5. Yeah.
So a 2.4 out of 5 or lower. And that is based on an average score from Letterboxd. It's not like what we give it. And also, this could be like maybe it's got some nostalgia for you. Maybe, you just enjoy the genre. I don't know. whatever. You don't have to really explain why you like it. Maybe it just tickles a little part of your brain.
I wish you would tickle a little part of my brain.
You fucking might. I might. Yeah. So, both Josiah's just now gave Babylon a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Really? They always give. You know what's that?
They're twins.
They're twins.
I'm convinced they're the same person. They are not two different people. They're the same person.
Has anyone seen them in a room together? I'm saying no.
Yes, they've made many TikToks in a room together.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true. Well, moving on. Yeah, Tyler, you have the first pick. What is a bad movie that you enjoy?
I actually like having the first pick because that means there's 20 picks total in the draft, and I only have 17 on my list. So that means if I have the first pick, I'll have the first pick of round 5. So that means no matter what, I won't run out of options. That's good. Even if everything's picked on
I would be
That's
shocked if you
run out of
options, man.
I'm probably missing.
I have one.
I haven't got
2,
many, though. I've
3,
got
I'm
6 or
guaranteed
5,
to be missing
6,
such.
I have 7
I
movies
do.
written down,
I do.
so
Okay.
I'm screwed if.
Well, I know I'm probably going to be missing some bad ones. I hate having the first pick here, but I'll go Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
No, you fucking pussy.
Is that
That was-
lower than a 2.5?
2.4. I also wrote down all of them, so I have the receipts. 2.4 is what
Yeah.
Transformers: Dark of the
I
Moon.
did-
Wait,
I
is that Alex's film?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex gave that a 5 out of 5, which is
Okay, that's
always
Alex's
funny to
film,
look
really.
at.
Which almost ruined it from being eligible for the draft single-handedly.
Yeah.
By Alex.
Damn. I was
that
really
hurt.
hoping that would make it to me.
I didn't know it was so low. Fucking hell.
That really hurts.
Ah,
Shit.
Oh man, let's see.
I'm curious where Seth is gonna go.
You won't be able to get. I wanted the Haunted Mansion. That destroyed me that I couldn't get that. I was
Oh,
banking
because that's a
on the Haunted
2.5.
2.6 actually. I know, surprising.
There are a couple on here that like I really wanted that are not a.
There was
that
a
are
few
not-
like 2.5s that I wanted as well.
Damn, those are highly rated.
I
I'm
really
trying to
think-
find some movies now because I'm worried mine are going to get taken.
But who's next?
you.
It's George or it's Seth. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Seth,
sorry.
yeah.
yeah. It's Seth. It's Seth.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go for one that was a massive childhood favorite of mine. I can still watch it and have a good time. I'm not sure if any of you've seen it. It is Drillbit Taylor.
Oh, I have seen that.
Wow.
I
Have you
have
seen
seen
it?
that. I enjoyed it as a kid. I don't have it rated,
It's-
obviously, but
It's the Owen Wilson, like it's just a
Yeah.
trashy high school comedy.
that's just like a
I used to
name of a
love it.
movie I haven't heard in a decade.
Yeah.
I've got it at like a 4, I think. Like, I just
I
think
have
it's funny. It's
Not
not.
heard that name in so long.
Yeah, I used to live when I was a kid, so I'm gonna go with that.
Kind of
With my first pick, just classic Adam Sandler. You don't mess with the Zohan.
love that movie.
Oh,
That
I
movie.
hate-
I was so shocked that's a 2.3. So funny. I love it.
Yeah. Fun fact: I don't even like that movie, but
I don't. I really
It
don't.
surprises me that it's as low as a 2.3.
I thought it'd be honestly. I thought it'd be low. I think that's one of his worst.
I said this already. Basically all of my movies I rate lower than what they have on my.
No,
but then you don't like them.
No, but
You know what? Like, You Don't Mess with the Zohan is a movie that in college, like in my apartment, just drinking, hanging out casually, throw that on. You get a couple dumb, stupid laughs, and it's like a very enjoyable, like background funny movie.
yeah, and
I
a
agree.
lot of these, I think you'll understand my theme here.
Oh,
Seth. But damn, that's fucking highly rated. I just tried looking up this SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Bro, that's got like a 3.8 or something.
Yeah.
That's a good film.
it's not a
That's a-
bad movie. I don't-
That's a,
No, it's-
is it a 3.8? Have I just guessed that? I think it is.
Yeah, you
That's
guessed
a-
it on the number. On the
Is that the
money.
one with David Hasselhoff being
Yep,
a motorboat
yep,
swimmer?
yep. I was
That's a
like,
good
I didn't think it'd be a 2.4 or a 2.4 or lower, but I was like, maybe it's around there. I have it at 3.5. I like that movie.
I have it. at 3.5.
I'm gonna start out with a movie I just fucking love, and of course, this is the single movie I don't have written down the score. So give me 1 second.
Are you confident
never-
it's under?
Yes, I'm confident because I looked. It's the one movie I'm not prepared on. Relax. A 2.2 out of 5. G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra.
That was on my list.
That
I don't
movie,
think I've seen that.
I that's one of them that I rate higher. I have it at 2.5. A 50
have
out
you
of
made a
100.
TikTok about that movie before? Like, a
Yes,
long
that
time
was an
ago?
early. Yeah,
That might
because
be
I
one
have
of
it
the
at
first I
looks
remember from
so
you. Yeah.
bad.
I have it at a 50 out of 100 on the dot. And it's that's about as high as I can bring it. I loved this movie as a kid, and I just like I can't bring it any higher than that. It's so bad on rewatch.
So is Gilbert Taylor. Do it.
I loved it. And then I have a second one. I'm gonna go with the original Fantastic Four is a 2.4 out of 5.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the original Fantastic Four, and it's also
is that
like
the one with Jessica Alba?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was gonna be my next pick.
Damn.
This is a movie that again I have it at like a 1.5. I don't think
I have it like at a 6 out of 10. I generally like it.
I don't love it. All my 90% of mine are nostalgia. And Fantastic Four is just kind of something I grew up on, so I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know if there's even a pattern here, but I don't know. Shout out Josiah. My next pick is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
God damn it, man!
Sake.
I didn't know that was.
I've just checked. Right, Josiah rates. Does he rate that 5? Does he rate
5 out of 5? Yeah, for sure.
Right, fine. I'm
Without
glad.
a doubt, in my mind, does he rate that a 5 out of 5?
He has to.
I better get him rallying behind me for this one.
That's awesome. God, he should be on for you on that one.
I should have taken something else that I don't think is going to make it back to me, and I'm a little upset.
This draft is so weird. You
5
have
out
no
of 5
idea.
for Josiah Cooper confirmed.
Wait, whose goal is it?
You.
It's you.
Not pay attention. I'm gonna go for. I think this might have the most divisive graph on Letterboxd, and that is the Cat in the Hat.
Watched that the other day.
Really?
Not the other day. I watched that.
I like that. It makes me. I think it's funny.
Interesting.
I hate that movie.
I don't think I have that rated because that wasn't on my films list.
I have it like a 3. I think.
God.
I like Cat in the Hat. I like my eyes makes me laugh. I think it's funny.
I can't believe it's that low. Honestly, I feel like that's just something people
No,
rate
but-
highly. Just
But
because
on the 5 stars, it's got like 12K. It's so weird on the graph, honestly.
Some
All
of
right.
these movies
This pick falls into the category that a lot of childhood movies fall into of you watched it as a kid, you loved it for what it was, never rewatch it because you're going to ruin it. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's
Damn
a good
it.
one.
One
Shark
movie
Boy
I
and Lava
just
Girl.
thought
I
of.
haven't seen it since I was like 8. Never going to rewatch it because I don't want to ruin what it was in my mind.
Oh,
No,
damn.
yeah, you
That's
can't.
a good one.
You can't. You really can't.
Okay.
That's
Next
a good
up here. So I'm going to go with a movie that watching this movie is basically just pre-workout in a film form, and that's Baywatch.
I didn't see that.
That movie makes me want to just go balloonic.
That was on my list. The Zac Efron obstacle course scene.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's.
My man is shredded.
Is that lower than a 2? I didn't think. Oh, it might be that.
I think it's like a
What is that?
1.9, honestly.
It's a 2.3.
Wow.
2.3.
Oh yeah, I have it written down right here. I'm an idiot.
Wow, Seth Gordon did that movie. He also did Horrible Bosses.
God.
Weird.
The Fall
Our
of
boss is good.
What an interesting filmography.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Seth, you're back up.
How is it me already? Wow. Okay.
What? Bro,
There's only 4 people in the
we've
room.
been doing
man.
this for
Yeah, I know.
20
I'm just
weeks
really
now.
confused. I think I'm quite tired. I'm gonna go for another childhood film. I actually rewatched it last year. I had so much enjoyment with it 'cause it's just so funny, and that is the Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Damn you, man.
What do you mean, damn you, Cam? You have it at a 1 star. I'm not having any of that.
That might be
I
my
know,
first
but
memory
again,
of going to
it's
movie
a-
theater is Spy Kids 3D.
I loved Spy Kids 3D. It's
As
so
a
funny.
kid, I loved it, man. I'm with you there. I don't just because I have nostalgia for something doesn't mean I think it's good. But I liked it a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. I just think it's like
No,
funny.
yeah, it's like
I think Carmen Cortez was the first love of my life. If I'm being honest.
No doubt. Do you remember Elijah Wood's like little cameo? The guy.
He played the douchebag.
Yes, he did, man. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
Who's the villain in that movie?
It's Sylvester Stallone, isn't it?
Yes, it's live.
The CGI.
What a
The
cast.
Toy Maker. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
love
was a
that. I love
crazy
that film. It's
cast.
so funny.
My third pick. Fuck, I don't know. There's just so many shitty
I
places.
mean, by
could
definition,
go.
there's no such thing as a good pick.
Yeah, there's no
No,
consensus.
3.
Next pick. Give me Independence Day.
Is that lower than a 2?
Yeah, surprisingly, it is
That's
at
crazy.
Oh no, I lied. I'm sorry. I don't.
Right.
That's a 3.3. I was looking at.
I was gonna say like Independence Day.
No,
That's
that's
a
my
good
fault. That's my
film.
fault. I was looking at Independence Day 2, which I don't want. If you would allow, I would like to
No,
backtrack on
totally
that.
allowed.
You
my
have
fault.
to. You have to backtrack on it.
You're not getting.
Yeah, you're right. I can't get Independence Day.
I want the Godfather.
I was surprised.
Now I need to double check if this one it is. I'm gonna blow Blade Trinity.
Okay.
I've never watched that one.
I do
Interesting.
not. I do not.
Surprisingly low, because I know that. I mean, obviously, I don't think that trilogy is amazing, but I know that trilogy
Blade
has
is a very cult following.
crazy
Yeah, it's
cult
a
following.
lot. Yeah. Dude.
Is it?
God, I'm finding some movies with some absurd scores right now that I want to put in here, but they're all highly rated. Maybe I'm just an asshole.
Well, you got 2 picks, so good luck.
Yeah, so I got oh man, I'm gonna go with mine are all the same, man. It's all I could think of. I'm gonna go with X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That was gonna be my next.
That's on the list for sure.
2.3 out of 5. And I don't
The
know. If I want-
bastardization of Deadpool.
It really was. Oh my god! I'm gonna looking to see if I can just find a movie on my, because I don't know if I want any of the ones I wrote down. I do, but like they're not like I can't find a good pick, right? So I'm struggling here.
There are no good.
I know.
picks.
I'm gonna go with here's a deep cut. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. G-Force.
The guinea pigs things.
Yeah, the fucking
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen
God.
it.
yeah. That was like one of the few movies I had on DVD, and I loved it as a kid. Man, I couldn't
It's
get enough.
iconic.
It's a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and probably lower for me.
God.
Never forget. The traitor in that movie was the mole. The mole was the mole. That shit threw me as a kid. I was like, whoa. No way they did that. That threw me.
This is my favorite draft ever. Ridiculous. I don't know. I'm gonna take it because fuck it, fuck you. And that is the Marvel Legend Morbius,
God, yeah.
That's votes. That's
which
votes.
has a 1.9.
People, yeah, but it's still got that weird.
Surprisingly, it has 12.
All right, I'm going no cam.
It has 12.7 thousand 5 stars.
That people love the meme, don't they? That's
That
the thing.
is
Yeah,
They were
so
like minions.
absurd.
they love it. Oh man.
Seth.
Seth, it's you again, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
If you're-
I'm gonna go for a film that I know Cam hates, and I just think it's just big dumb fun, and that is 2012.
Wow.
That movie was sick, dude. I freaking
movie
fucking
was
I just think it's so stupidly
You
fun.
can't see me right now, but I'm a little upset. That's
Can I
not.
tell you a funny story about 2012? I went to see that movie in theaters with my family, packed theater. Super silent moment of the film, and I let out the meanest fart you could imagine.
It's one of those memories that stick with you forever.
It was hysterical. I
You know
missed
what?
that.
Yeah, 2012 banged. You know another film like in that genre that I like weirdly liked, Knowing with Nicolas Cage. So freaking
I haven't
funny.
seen
Wow.
All the numbers.
The movie that ends with all of them fucking dying. Fuck that movie.
1
I mean,
second.
you like Donald Duck. It's me, right?
Yeah.
Tyler again. Last
So
round.
I think I saw Cam like hates this movie, but
He
I
hates
thought
a
it was
lot.
funny and fine for what it was. Like I think I got quite a few laughs out of it, and that's
Don't
Get
do
Hard.
No.
Oh, do you know what? Is that low? I actually think that's all
I
right.
don't know.
Cam like
They-
has
they-
a.
they
I
were-
think Cam is
I
like a
agree.
3 out of 100.
There is one scene in Get Hard which actually made me laugh so much.
No.
You know where he's like, he has the thing in his head, and he's saying like months, and he's saying like spring. What's he saying now? I can't remember.
I can't.
I
I
think
don't
that was
remember any
re-
quotes from it.
I think that was really funny, but everything else I just didn't like.
I mean, it's
think
hard when
fun.
you have Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell in a movie. It's gonna be hard to not get some laughs, and I got some laughs out of it. But Cam hates it.
No, I didn't. I did not. I'm not a fan of that movie.
I don't think that's that great of a movie.
No,
I was like 2.5.
I mean, it's better than Morbius.
I think it's down the middle. It's
Not
better
the
than
middle.
It's better than G-Force, whatever comes.
Oh,
with it.
that's for sure too.
Movies.
Okay, last pick. Where do I want to go here? You know
God.
what? We'll go with another comedy. We'll go with Hall Pass.
Oh, that was nearly on mine. Actually. I like Hall Pass. That was
I
nearly
have
on
so
mine.
many
wait.
honorable mentions. I thought a lot
Wait,
more people would have taken. Hall Pass is
that was your
2.3.
Wait, Get Hard was your 5th pick.
No, that was my 4th pick.
No, that's
No.
it.
I have Transformers,
Talking-
Dark the Moon, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Baywatch, Get Hard, Hall Pass.
Knowing.
No, that's
No,
not,
he said that he.
I was
he
saying
said that
that's
it was similar to 2012.
similar to 2012. I don't even know. I think I actually
my
looked up
fault.
knowing, but it's higher than yeah, it's 2.6.
Okay, I got confused. My fault.
No, my bad. Shouldn't have talked.
And
about
I'm scrambling for some movies right now just for fun.
Well, you got time.
I know.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
right.
No, I don't think any of you have seen this. This is a show. It's like a guilty pleasure show. It's a film
So
adaptation
it's a
of the
movie.
show.
Oh, okay.
And it's. I don't know if any of you watched Blue Mountain State here.
Oh, yeah, of course we
Yeah.
did.
This is the. I watched the show so many times. It's the Blue Mountain State film, The Rise of Thadland.
Yeah. I never watched that movie, man.
I did.
Did you watch the? Did you watch the show?
It was good for what it
Yes,
was.
I watched the show.
It's
I
so funny. I love Blue Mountain.
I cannot bring myself to watch that movie.
I won't.
It's-
I haven't seen the
It's just
show.
the same as the show. No, the show's funny, man. The show's funny. I like it.
I cannot.
Tyler, I bet you like it, surely.
I saw it, the show and the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
liked it.
God, there are so many shitty movies out there. It's unbelievable. But a funny shitty movie. So at the very least, I'll get a laugh out of it, and that is Grown Ups 2.
Damn it, George. Is that under 2.5?
It is, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
0.4.
Oh, interesting.
Grown
Can't-
Ups is not far off. 2.8.
I don't think it. My wife is trying to tell me movies to pick right now. All right. She's helping me. She's my ringer. That's why I have to have my camera on. So you guys, yeah, so you guys can't tell. She's giving me audience votes right now. It's too highly rated, hon. It's too highly rated. It's critically acclaimed. I'm just gonna go with what I had, because why not? I'm gonna go with this is. I don't like watching this movie, but I like watching clips, and I'm gonna keep it on here. It's Batman and Robin. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
I don't mind that. That movie sucks.
No, it sucks really bad, but it's funny to watch the
It's
clips.
so funny.
And also, Emma just told me my picks suck again, so that's great. Thank you.
I mean, G-Force, man, like that's the
G-Force is great. Come
that's
on.
the pick that people throw in their hat. Like, I was kind of
yeah.
on Cam's side, but
Okay, yeah.
So, are we done? You want to
Yeah.
run through?
Yeah.
it?
summarize.
Yeah, recap. Tyler, Dark of the Moon, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Baywatch, Get Hard, and Hall Pass. Seth, Drillbit Taylor, The Cat in the Hat, Spy Kids 3D, 2012, and Blue Mountain State, Rise of Thadland. George, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, Paul Blart Mall Cop, Blade Trinity, Morbius, and Grown
Did you
Ups
say
2.
whole?
What?
I think
Paul,
you said whole.
what did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
Whole
Whatever.
bottle.
And Grown Ups 2, and Cam, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, Fantastic Four, the 2005 one, X-Men Origins Wolverine, G-Force, and Batman and Robin.
So, if you can't tell, mine are just like, other than G-Force. All right, I can go camera back on. Mine are just like shitty action movies / comic book movies. That's just, obviously that's something I'm going to like.
I'm surprised you didn't take Ghost Rider, honestly.
I do not like Ghost Rider.
I'm mad
Really?
at myself.
I thought someone would take Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, it's one of those.
I
has,
wanted
like,
Fantastic Four, but I swear I saw it was because I put Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer on my list, but for some reason I would have rather picked the first one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I would take the
2.4.
first one too.
It's a 2.4 out of 5, and then second is a 2.2. And I would have, I was gonna take them both because I didn't know, but I didn't know which one to take, and I didn't want them both, so that's why I just took G-Force.
I'm surprised no one took any of the American Pie spin-offs,
That-
Data House, Girls Rule.
I don't really like the spin-offs, to be honest. I
They
don't really like
suck.
the...
Yeah, they suck. But
I
don't know,
tried-
feel like
Did
American Pie is-
Did anyone watch The Ant Bully here? Because that was one of mine.
Probably
The
like
Ant
10
Bully.
ago.
It was an animated film. That was one of
Yeah.
mine. I used to...
No. Thor: The Dark World could have taken.
I did not realize
movie-
50 Shades of Grey was a 1.8 out of 5.
Is
Thor:
it?
Dark World you could have taken?
Yeah, it's 2.4.
I didn't know that. A movie I really wanted that's a 2.6 out of 5. The 2017 Power Rangers. I really wanted that because I thought it would be low, but at 2.6, it's right there. I have it at 3, so like not
David
much higher.
Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad is a cult following. That could have been a pick.
It
Same
shouldn't.
with,
because
same with the
it's
Justice League.
bad. Those movies are bad.
Revenge of the Fallen for Transformers.
I'm
I
so
almost
mad you took Dark of the Moon. I really thought that would just go like unrecognized and just
I
overlooked
think
for
that
some
was
reason.
the overall 1-1.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
Love
Yeah,
movie.
that was the
Fuck,
1-1.
man. That
Jurassic
was-
World Dominion.
Damn, I'm so
I-
mad.
I
about
Is that
almost
lower
put
than the
Jurassic
two? I
World
haven't seen
Dominion,
Dominion.
but I think Jurassic World Dominion's my least favorite of
It's
all
bad.
the Jurassic
Yeah.
Jurassic movies. I really wanted
even
that.
over the what was the bad one? 3?
No, I really wanted Jurassic Park 3 because Jurassic Park 3 is truly my favorite. I don't think it's good, but it's my favorite.
Did you guys know the guy that made Independence Day also made 2012, The Day After Tomorrow, and Moonfall?
I didn't know, but it doesn't
Dude,
surprise
bro
me.
needs
Because he's
therapy.
big.
Yeah, does this guy just love
He's
watching
for
the
sure
world?
a prepper.
end?
You know he's a
I was
prepper.
so when you said Independence Day, I was like, how is that lower than 2?
He also did the 1998 Godzilla movie and White House Down.
Dude, you know this dude has a bunker under his house with
Yeah.
like
What?
10 years supply of rice.
Yeah, this guy's getting ready for the apocalypse. Holy! Oh, we could. Fuck, that's something I could have taken. Damn, I could have taken Injustice from 2021. Damn it,
Injustice, like the
DC animated
that
movie.
has that low of a score.
Yeah,
I never
2.4.
I never saw it. Was
What
it
I
bad
thought
or
Seth
no?
was gonna pick in like
I think
round
it's-
1 or whatever, when he's like, "This is a super polarizing movie on the graph. It's like a lot of 5s and a lot of 0.5s." I thought you were gonna say Blonde, honestly, because there's a lot of people that
Oh.
love
Oh,
that.
Blonde.
They hate it.
I'm
Oh
not giving
man,
that any fucking
Yeah.
hate.
that's gross.
Yeah, don't give Blonde any attention.
Uh,
Colin Farrell did.
Although I will say, technically, it is better than every film I mentioned. It is actually like it looks pretty good, Blonde. But I'm not giving it any attention. But it does look good.
What do you mean by
I will
that,
say
Seth's film reviews?
looks
It
stupid.
technically is good, well made.
Because hold on.
Looks stupid. I hate that
Looks
movie.
stupid.
Oh man, I might lower it.
Nah, we couldn't have taken Skinamarink. Skinamarink's at a 3.1.
Yeah, dude. And God, I looked up so many during that thing. Like there I tried to get Attack of the Clones. That's like a you know Star Wars like crazies have like that thing
Yeah.
5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. So it's like a 2.7.
Well, Rise
I
of
want
Skywalker is
I
a
want to click. I want to click.
Rise of Skywalker again is probably like my
2.5.
least favorite.
I love
My
click.
least favorite Star Wars, so I didn't really want it. I tried Pitch Perfect 3 because I'm just a huge Pitch Perfect guy.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
It
Yeah,
gets
there
real.
are.
It goes kind of downhill after the first one,
so
and then very
bad.
far downhill after the second one.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
Seth Rogen's The Green Hornet. We could have.
I had that written down, man. I thought about
Oh,
it.
my
I didn't.
God.
think-
Same with Clash of the Titans. That could have been a sick.
I wanted. I tried looking up Monsters Unleashed, Scooby Doo 2. That one unfortunately is like a 2.8 or something. Or
I would have taken that. I would have taken
Yes.
that.
I wanted that one. There were a lot that I looked up, but they're all like sitting in that 2.6 to 2.8 range, man.
Well, this is going to be a week of Josiah versus Alex, since Dark of the Moon and Paul Blart Mall Cop got taken.
Dude, I don't know who's gonna win. I know time out. Actually, that's not true. I know it's not gonna be me or Seth. So congrats to Jordan.
We have no hope.
Yeah.
Wait, who podiumed last week?
Me.
Cam.
No, we tied last week. I think we were both.
Oh,
90.
that's cute.
Hey, good work on podium.
Yeah, and like everyone just like favorited my tweet instead of responding to it. I tweeted, I was like, Cam and Seth, I quoted the poll. I'm like, Cam and Seth have tied for like last place. Who should we give third place to? And everyone just like liked the tweet. And no one's
Well,
like,
you should have.
let's give this.
Cam, you should have responded from the ReelTok
Have
Rick-
you seen
Rick-
that guy?
with a poll that just
Oh,
you
I
and Seth.
should have.
Have you seen the guy who's done the how many votes we've all got? He's done
I
it
Yeah.
think what he
like,
does is he just takes a
George has got like 800 or some shit. and,
Wait, but
like,
how
me
does he
and
do
Tyler,
that?
we're
Because
close.
why can't we see the votes?
No, because
He's done the
he takes the
percentages
percentage. So
yeah.
let's say there's 1,000 votes and I win with 48%. He knows I got
Gotcha.
480 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
yeah,
Cam
that-
and Seth will just get the same amount of votes for last week then.
No, but
That's like how-
Tyler, it's me and you are like really
we're neck
close
and
on
neck,
that.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
surprised.
But
I'm
that's
hanging
just
out.
for 2023 though. I fell off. in
Yeah, it's just-
2023.
Yeah, that is 2022.
2022 was my year.
I think
I've
this.
I've
I think
started
this
strong.
week we fuck around and just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what they.
I was
vote on.
actually gonna suggest that.
I,
Wow.
I think we start doing that.
I was gonna
people.
because I was telling George before this. I was
It'd
like,
be
I'm worried
so
that this
funny.
draft is gonna be such a shit show that people are just gonna say like, oh, I always vote for George. I'm voting George. I'm always voting for
Yep.
Seth. I'm voting for Seth.
I think we
should
just
do that
no
this
one's
week.
always
Everyone
voting for me.
I think we
like
should do that
for
with
this
every
week.
draft.
No,
Well,
no,
let's
just-
try it out
just
this week. This week, yeah.
All right, this
I
week we can
like,
do 1, 2,
but
3.
you have Cam in the tweet. You have to explain what we're doing.
No,
Yeah.
just no. It's
No,
just going to
just-
be let us
Just say
know
vote-
who
vote
won.
for who you
One,
think.
vote for the list you think's the best, or one. No, so George, know where you put like our names, Cam, Tyler,
Yeah,
Seth,
just put a number.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll just put that. Like, I'll just put it in the poll and just.
Yeah, but at the
vote
same
for that.
time, then people can just come to the end of the podcast and just see who.
Yeah,
how
That's
he's
fine.
picking.
If they listen and they're not just voting because they want
Yeah,
George's
right.
cheeks in their
Yeah.
face, then that's fine with me. If you've listened to this point and you
Why
understand-
do you guys attribute my wins to my minions? Why can't
Because
it be
your
because
last
I
comment-
don't.
no,
I
no.
was winning.
No.
No. The
That
other
one
week
was
I
bogus.
winning.
That one was
Yeah,
I
bogus.
was,
you
like,
tweeted and
winning,
went up
and
like
then
7%.
You were like, oh, you're my friend if you vote for me. As soon as you did that, shut up, and then I lost again.
That was such a tough sight to see, to be
I'm
honest.
sorry. I didn't think it would have that effect. I was pulling for that because me and Tyler were neck and neck for second place. So I was just making sure I got second place clipped.
There's the minions. They wait around.
Yeah,
for
no,
you to
no.
tweet.
Listen, one day you guys will just acknowledge that I'm good at drafting. You know, I've narrowed down this strategic play that we have here.
I
all right?
agree.
Narrowed down how to.
I can't lie to you, boys. I am very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
we can leave. Fellas,
All right.
thank you for coming. Episode 20. That's crazy. 20 whole episodes. Thank you, everyone who has supported us to this point. We appreciate it all. Let us know if you want to see something else. Let us know what you want to see from us. But subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Spotify, subscribe to the Apple.
The OnlyFans.
Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. What else do we have? I'm not sure.
Letterboxd.
Thank you. Letterboxd. We have a Letterboxd now. Subscribe to all of us on our individual Letterboxd, our individual TikToks, Instagram, Twitters, all that jazz. Turn notifications on the Twitter because I tweet movie trailers and such pretty quickly. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm all right at it. Thank you and good night.
Bye.